Alright guys, BLM here, back, another live stream. Continuing on. Yeah, continuing on with Ishin. Obviously we got Survivor, like a Survivor update. I don't even know what to really fucking call it. But then, BBCAN happened. I didn't watch it, but, yeah, I know what's going on for the most part. Yeah, outside that, I'm trying to remember what I've even done since last stream. I've gotten caught up on the BBCAN review. I think that's pretty much all I've done since last stream. Well, I watched some stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, also yeah, rest in peace, Sonia, obviously. Which, yeah, I mean that's a big loss there. Obviously, first player ever voted out. But yeah, the Strider 50 stuff, like, I don't know why people are making such a big deal of this, because, like, obviously. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's confirmed by Jeff himself now, but it's like, he pretty much confirmed it, like, a year ago. Oh. By the way, also, I fucking hate the actual video where like he announces it too, which is, oh, thanks to these people I can like we made decisions. Survivor 50 is gonna be returning season. Like, you've made the decision like years ago. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is not just a thing that like you go to a fucking like you go to like some sort of event and like a fan goes up to you and says, hey, I want to return season, and you're like, oh my god, we gotta make 50th returning season. It's like, obviously it was gonna be returning season. Like, this is like not even on his end. Like, this is more so a CBS thing than him. Like, I mean, like, obviously it's gonna be a returning season. Like, but whatever. Yeah. Three things are certain. Yeah, life, death, taxes, and me being late to stream. Yeah, I wasn't as late today though. That was something. I might as well like not even bother saying 11 o'clock, right? I might as well say like 11:15 or something, because more than likely that's the actual start time. Okay, where am I actually going? I'll be honest, at this point, I have like no interest in this game at all. I've actually been considering, like, should I play Persona 5 Tactica on stream? I would kind of rather do that, but whatever. It's over for Spicy B. It's not looking good. Like, she's not like dead, but yeah, I mean, like, I think in this current position, most people, well, like, essentially, she would need to win veto, right? Because I think every other situation leads to her going on the block at least. Yeah, I was actually shocked. I literally looked it up right before stream who he put up, because I was 100% expecting it to be Bailey and Todd. The fact that he put up Lexus and Todd is, yeah, it does make me worried here. Because again, like, I mean, like, I think the best outcome would probably be like at least V not winning for me personally. I just feel like I would be kind of annoyed if V goes on to win this season. To where, I don't know. I mean, like, to be fair, I guess this doesn't change much about V, right? This is more so like Anthony potentially, because like I think V still has like a tough road to the end at this point, but there's still a path that Bailey still takes her. Sure, I'll add this trooper. And I think that's the thing about, like, straight up though, for Anthony, I don't know what the move necessarily is right now. I think he's in a tough spot, specifically because he lost Tola. And that's kind of why, like, after the last stream, I was like, okay, V or Bailey have won this game, is because I felt like the path forward was tough for Anthony. And I think now seeing it laid out, it is tough. Like, I think without Tola there, it's like he's in this spot where, like, Bailey and Todd are together. Victoria is a bigger threat than him. Also has a very good relationship with Bailey. It's like, like, straight up, I still don't even really understand the Lexus nomination pretty much at all. Like, actually, I think there is, like, some justification in the sense that obviously it's keeping Bailey on your side in a position where you're assuming that Bailey is important, like, is important for your end game. But, like, realistically, I think he should be getting rid of Bailey here, right? Like, I think that is the optimal move. I mean, yeah. Tomorrow we'll know the answers and how this is exactly playing out. But yeah, like I feel like he should be getting rid of Bailey because again, like the two people from the jury so far that we know beat him for sure are Bailey and Spicy. So like he loses to both of them. However, I think taking out Bailey again isolates Bailey and Todd. So Todd's now on his own. He still has Lexus, and again, he theoretically still has Victoria. Um, while again, keeping Bailey here, getting rid of V, again, it keeps Bailey and Todd together. Um, also, I think there's a lot more incentive for like. Actually, too far. I guess it's also their V. But anyway, like I don't think Bailey is taking Anthony to the end, right? But anyway, I think actually that's also the thing I forgot about with Lexus. That I think there's a chance Lexus doesn't take Anthony to the end, and Lexus takes one of the women, Bailey or Victoria. Because again, like Lexus is still constantly talking about wanting a woman to win this game and everything. So yeah, I think it's a tough spot for Anthony either way, but I do feel like this is the wrong move. If he is going to take out Victoria here. Hope 50 is old era versus new era. Straight up, I don't think there's going to be a theme. But if there is one, I would not be shocked if it's something like that. Because, like, again, Jeff himself has said this in the past, that he wants to see, like, the new era, like, tested. Or he wants to see the old era players tested in the new era. To where I feel like that is likely, if there is going to be a theme. Of this like face off between the new era and the old era and stuff. But it's like I don't think there will be a theme, really. Top 5 locks for 50. As of right now, are we saying like okay, like regardless of whether or not they say yes, Carolyn, let's see. Okay, Carolyn, Rick Devens. Who's the lock after that? I mean, like, is Jesse a lock? Oi. Emily, yeah, Emily, again, like, I think there's a good chance Emily says no, but if we're not saying, if we're just saying, like, they'll 100% be asked and stuff like that, then yeah, like, Emily. Carson is likely. I think all three of the Tika 3 are likely. Yeah, like I think all three of the Tika 3 are likely. Jonathan is probably locked. Angelina, I don't think is a lock anymore. I think there's a chance, but I don't think she's a lock. I think Christian is more of a lock than than Angelina, but sure, yes. Jasmine is definitely the ninth best player of all time. Yeah, Marianne and Jam Jam I think are like pretty big locks from a from like a winner perspective. Let's see, what was this tier list say? First few calls, Shan, I don't think so. I think Shan is getting called. I don't think she's like a lock at this point. Marianne, yes. Cody, yes. Jesse, yes. Carolyn, yes. Carson, yes. Jam Jam, yes. Emily, yes. Caleb, yes. Kenzie, I mean, we'll see, but probably. Q, yes. Getting called Danny? No. Okay, this list is fundamentally wrong already. I don't even think there's a point even looking at the rest of it. Because, like, if you think Danny is getting called, no. Okay, Danny is not anywhere close to contention. And you're talking about Danny 41. And I like Danny, but there's no fucking way they're gonna get Danny for this season. I've thought about that actually genuinely. I thought like, should I make the cast speculation video now? Like it would be a good time in terms of like obviously everyone's talking about it now. I think my issue with it is that I would still want to do it before, like essentially when the season is about to film. Because like I think then I'll be able to talk about 47, which again I assume 47 will have a lot of potential people as well, and obviously like 48 will be about the start and stuff. I don't know. I feel like that's the timing I would want to do it. Is closer to like the start of 48. Um, but I have thought about it. Should I just make it now? Owen? I don't think Owen's that likely. Like Owen, I mean Owen is like getting called. Like he's in the running, but he's not like a lock. And again, Jeff does not like love Owen. He likes Owen. I don't know if he loves Owen. I actually genuinely, I don't even think I've heard him talk about Owen a single fucking time since 43 ended. Drea and no call, that's insane. You're delusional if you think Drea's not getting a call. Yeah, she is in no call. Yeah, that's insane. That's funny. Yeah, actually, let's look at who's in no call. Tim? Probably. I don't know. I think Jeff likes Tim though, but not enough to be on the thing. Soda. I don't know. I think there's like a chance Soda gets called. Randon, probably not. Mariah, probably not. Jess, probably not. Jelinski, I think Jelinski, I don't know. Probably not, right? Like, I think there is a world where he at least is, like, talked about, but then they probably, like, laugh it off and say, yeah, maybe later or something. Sarah Wade's a no call? Oh, no. I hope they just forget about Sarah Wade. Like, I genuinely hope that they just, like, forget she exists. How could they not call Kane? He was in 2 seasons of the show. He was in Survivor 45. By the way, I've almost finished 44. Ellie is a no call. I mean, like, I think Ellie will be in the running. I don't know if Ellie makes the cut at this point. Yeah, who else is there? For most other ones, I agree with. Like, Claire's probably not getting a call, right? Maddie, probably not, but to be honest, I don't think it's impossible, but still. Either way, like, I don't think these, like, the people that are, like, in the no-call tier, outside of Drea, even the ones that I do disagree that they, like, may get a call, those people aren't making the cast, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I think Dre is the only one that's, like, genuinely insane there. Of, like, how to, like, no. Like, obviously, Dre is going to get called and everything. Not likely, not a production favorite. Erica, probably not. Liana, probably not. Chanel, probably not. Jenny. Jenny should be in no call. Like, there's not even a fucking consideration of Jenny. Romeo, probably not. Zach, probably not. Kendra, I think Jeff likes Kendra. Not enough to put her on the season, but I think she's too low probably on this. Janine, probably not. Ryan, probably not. Heidi, I think Heidi's too low on this. Lauren is definitely too low on this. Yeah, not likely / not production favorite. Like, they fucking love Lauren. What are you talking about? By the way, Lauren 44. I'm talking about Matt Blankenship. Also, I think they like Matt Blankenship. I don't know if he's, like, that likely, but, like, I don't think he's disliked. Yeah, Bruce. I don't know. Bruce can get called. Like, I think Bruce will get called. I don't know if he'll be on, but I think he'll at least get the call. Who the fuck is that? Is that Jem? Yeah, Jem's not on. Liz? I mean, we'll have this. Like, to be fair, I think it's tough to gauge players that are still in the show. Let's see. I don't know what else is there that I would disagree with. Couture should probably be higher. Tevin should probably also be higher. Evie maybe should be higher. Sammy should be lower. Venus should be lower. Cassidy should be lower. Again, Danny should be at no call. But whatever, either way. Will Carolyn get called? Maybe, yeah. I wouldn't be that shocked. Especially if there ends up being an old school versus new school thing, I think definitely. The thing is, like, I think if there isn't that theme, I think no way she makes it on the cast, though. There's no way Sifu's making it. Wait, where's Tori on? I even see where Tori is, but Tori's not likely. I think Kelly is very possible. Like, I would say she's like, again, we're doing like 5 tiers of like possibility. Like, I would say she's probably like tier 3. Like, definitely possible, but not someone I'm like, okay, this person's definitely making it. Oh, Victoria is definitely out of contention. Yeah, obviously Abraham's gonna be here. Is everyone gonna be a one-time player? Probably not. But you never know. But probably not. Depends on how much they dedicate to a theme. Because I'm expecting this to be a mix mash of bullshit. I think this will just be random fucking people from Survivor history. I don't think there'll be a theme. I think it'll be just Survivor 50 returning players. If there is a theme, then obviously, yeah, at that point, I could very much see this being Second Chance. Like, I think Second Chance makes a lot of sense based on, like, the field they have. Also, again, old school versus new school, or old era versus new era, would also make sense as well. I think those are the 2 possible themes. But I think realistically, there's just not a theme. Angelina, again, I think Angelina is possible. I think she used to be, like, absolute lock. I think she's dropped from that at this point. I think she's, again, probably, like, a tier 3 person. Where I think she'll definitely get called. I just don't know if she makes the cut anymore. Is T-Bird getting called? Probably not. I think T-Bird's probably out. Malcolm and Sri, I think they're possible. They're pretty possible. Michelle, I would say she's also possible. But I wouldn't say she's, like, super likely. Rick Devens is a lock. I think Rick Devens should already be planning his trip to Fiji next year. Like, there's no, like, question. Rick Devens is, like, there. I mean, there's, like, absolutely no question in my mind. Which is no calls have the highest on that chart. Who was it? Drea. Like, I mean, that's like, yeah, definitely Drea. Because, like, Drea's on. Terry Dietz is not on. I doubt it. Yeah. Chrissy, I think Chrissy's in the, like, possible. I would say lower than Angelina. And probably on par with Carolyn. Carolyn 30. Carolyn Rivera. Michelle has jobless story. Does Michelle actually? Yeah, what is Michelle doing now? Actually, I never thought about that. Because obviously she's won the challenge so much recently, but like she did have a job before she won the challenge. So it's like, did she quit that job? Spencer, I think Spencer's in the running. Hannah Shapiro, I don't think Hannah Shapiro wants to be on. Something Grossa, I think she could be in the running. If Terry Dietz wasn't old, how high would chance been? Still not high. I don't think it has anything to do with his age. I think it has to do with, like, they don't think about him anymore. And they don't need him to fulfill, like, that role on the season. She has Survivor winner on her LinkedIn. Who are we talking about? Oh, are we talking about Michelle? That's her, like, occupation? Well, I mean, oh, she made a living off of that, I guess. So I just said he won't play again. But he also, like, said yes to 40, which, I mean, that was after 40, right? But, like, I don't know. I could see him changing his mind. It's just a matter of, like, does production want him anymore? Which, don't know. But again, they still loved him at the time of 40, at least. Which thing about the Drea situation is that, what is so great about Drea is that they're willing to overlook everything that happened. What is so great about Drea? I think they love, like, that she found, like, a whole bunch of fucking advantages and everything. And that she's also, like, a strong woman, that sort of stuff. It's like, I think it's like, she's kind of, like, casting's, like, dream person to play Survivor. Again, not necessarily my type of player, necessarily. I don't dislike Drea on the show, but again, she just was very, like, game body to where, like, outside of obviously, like, the big situation, like, where, like, all the black players are getting voted out. Like, outside of that, like, I felt like her, like, portrayal on that season is just so like advantage focused. That was just like I don't fucking care about you. um, but again, they love her, so whatever. Sandra, I mean, possible. Depends on like if they want to go and bring back those like legendary figures. I would think Sandra would say yes, even though she keeps on saying she's not a survivor. I think she'll say yes. As long as they like pay her, I think she'll be there. Steven Fishback, I don't think he wants it, but even if he did, I probably not. There's probably no Tony. Jesse Lopez is gonna get Micronesia'd. What do you mean by Micronesia'd? But yeah, Jesse is not doing well, if that's what you mean. Sounds 40 spoilers. There was something, right? We got a purge, right? A pretty shocking purge. Both people out was pretty shocking. I will say the men field is looking very weak at this point. Dom is kind of in the Angelina, like spot of like again was a lock. I think over time less of a lock. I think definitely still possible though. I think it depends on how many people they want to get from that sort of era of the show. Rob Cesternino, I think, is very unlikely. Not impossible, but I think very, very unlikely. I do think we've gotten to the point, though, where I think Rob might say yes to Survivor. Especially if they still allow him to, like, podcast about it. I think I could definitely see a world where Rob says yes. But I think more than likely still, like, no. Because I do think Rob has, like, built RHP up to the point where, like, he doesn't need to be there anymore. It's like, yeah, obviously, okay, we're going to be missing out on, like, so much Rob-specific content. But, like, there's still going to be a lot of yeah, I assume what would happen if he goes on Survivor is that, okay, he would only be allowed probably like one podcast a week. And it would have to be one where like he submits to CBS beforehand and they have to approve it, right? Yeah, I think Rob is more likely to be on Traders, 100%. I think he, like, yeah, pretty much like actively wants to be on the Traders. But again, I think if they offer him Survivor 50 with like a decent amount of money, I can definitely see him saying yes. But again, I don't think it's likely anyway. I don't think he would, like I don't think production is that interested, and also I don't think he is that interested either. I think it's like a situation where, like, okay, if he's offered it, I think he would take it, but I don't think he'll be offered that anyway. The thing about Rob is I feel like he's an instantly meta narrator for a season. Yeah, I think again I would be really interested in a Rob return, especially like just with how much obviously he's talked about the show on podcasts and everything. Like it would be really interesting to see him like utilize that on the show. But would he do well? Probably. Actually, I don't know. I think he'll have a big target on his back. I think it'll very much depend on his starting tribe, on who he's with, because I think there are definitely people that would work with him, but I think there's also an equal amount of people that wouldn't. But to be fair, like actually looking at who's possible for this season, I think he would have a pretty decent landing spot in this season for the short term. Who production go with, Carson or Christian? Both. Like 100% both. As in, I expect both of them to be on 50. What the fuck? This is what Ben looks like now? Yeah, that's fucking weird. Is Wentworth in the running? Yeah, I don't think she would say yes. If she did, then yeah, but I don't think she would say yes. Boss Rob playing 50? I think very unlikely. Boss Rob on Traders, though, lock it in. But yeah, I think Survivor 50, I would be surprised. But again, I think it's another situation like Rob Cesternino, where it's like, if they offer him enough money and give him Edge of Extinction, which more than likely will be there, I could see him saying yes. But I don't think that... Well, I think Edge of Extinction will happen, but like, I don't think... them like really, really, really trying to get him is gonna be there. I think again they'll probably give him an availability call, like look at all their options. I just find a tough time like seeing them really bring back a lot of these like big legends on this season when they just have like so many other people to cast from. I think it's tough to really see them even trying to bring back like Boston Rob. I think Sandra is someone that I could still see in the running, but again, like Tony, I don't really see being there. Parvati is not going to be there. Um, but yeah, I mean, like even then, now I think about it, like Sandra, I don't know, probably not even Sandra, but maybe like Suri. I think Suri could be there. Um, Russell Hance is not getting on. Like Jeff Probst is like openly said on the podcast that we would not cast Russell Hance nowadays. So, House of Persona 5 Taka, actually really like it, but I don't have time to play it. Your account got indefinitely banned. What account? Can't wait for the cast to get released and us instantly know who wins. Or who's? Oh wait, who wins? Who's fucked off the trail? Oh wait, who's? Okay. I mean, yeah, that's probably gonna happen. Where like once we see the tribes, it's like again, like Jesse is probably gonna be fucked right away. You would think, right? Oh, are you? Are you menaced? Is that why keeping the forever? Yeah, I found footage of the main story. What is this? Oh, I did see this on Twitter. Yeah, imagine Nyanka on 50. That would be so great. By the way, Noelle is also very possible. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, your account got banned, or how'd that happen? Like, what'd you do? So I have to call you Jemmy now? Or Gemmy? I feel like I still gotta call you Menace. It's gonna bother me now. Apparently 46 isn't spoiled. I thought someone said it was spoiled. I forgot. Like, it wasn't spoiled at a point, right? But at least people were saying that it was spoiled now. Would 50 be at 18 or 20 person cast? Probably 18. Quebec, I have kind of. I'm only up to 19, episode 19. So like last thing I saw was the swap. But I'll be honest, I'm trying to even think of what happened like recently. I don't even remember what happened like the last couple episodes. Feel like the winners spoiled themselves. Well, there we go. I mean, I will say that I feel very confident who the winner is. From like, there are like outside circumstances that do make me think of a specific person. Like when like also edgically, it's also like kind of there too, obviously. But like, I feel pretty confident at this point. But entire final 5, 46 spoiled. Okay. So that's what, next 3 boots? Are we at 8? We're at 8, right? Tim wins? Oh no! I can't believe I got spoiled that Tim won! Can't wait for Tim to get back from the edge of extinction. It'd be cool if they did one man, one woman from each of the first 9 New Era seasons. That'll be, yeah, sure. I mean, again, if we're not going to go pre-New Era, yeah, that'll be fine. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I also worry about this cat. Like, I think the big worry for me with 50 is, like, how are they going to handle what they want to do? Like, the thing is, like, is it going to be 26 days? Because if it's going to be 26 days, it's going to be fucked. Like, it's going to be a train wreck. Is this the thing yeah, I did see this. Which, like, was this actually a vote? Or is this person just, like, are they just saying that, like, this is what I think a vote would be? Because, like, obviously, it's essentially just all men But then, like, just randomly Noel and Tori there. Which also, Tori would not be voted by Facebook, right? Wow. Like, I feel like this would not be an actual cast that Facebook would put together. The next episode, no one rising contention, locked in the winner. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, at this point, like, I think it's between two people, right? It's between Kenzie and Charlie for me. I think edit-wise, again, I am leaning Kenzie already, and then there's other reasons outside that make me more confident. But again, that's like mixing of like interview stuff, and yeah, I mean, like I just feel like there's like kind of like outside things that make me think that. But Facebook doesn't remember Sammy. Yeah, actually, that's 100% true. No fucking way, Sammy. Would be remembered at this point. Thoughts on 46 episode preview. I'm kind of disappointed that Liz's freakout seems to be over the reward. Where like I was 100% thinking Liz was like freaking out over like her game imploding. But now that it seems like, oh, it's just the reward and that she doesn't get to eat, it's like, oh, that's kind of underwhelming. Outside that, like, I don't know, they actually, I forgot, but I was gonna name the stream that. They did say something about like craziest episode ever or something dumb like that. Not ever, but like something like that, right? They did like some sort of Australian Survivor style preview. So like I thought about making that the episode title. I think your biggest part for gifting a sub to Menace. I'm not gonna be able to ever call you Jemmy. Sir Gumball had Ben number 2 this week. I mean, I have Ben as like a very solid 3. I think my issue for Ben is just that his edit is like too inconsistent. But I will say there is a lot of like weird stuff in there that's like, why is Ben getting this? Like there's a lot of like random points where like he's being propped up in the edit for like no reason. And like it makes me wonder if like, okay, is that there to like make him like a like to like prop him up as a threat that gets taken out towards the end? Is that what we're doing? Because like, again, it doesn't make sense for him to get this content and then lose that final tribal or something like that. And again, I think his content's too inconsistent for me to think of him as a winner at this point either. So it's like, is that what they're doing? Like, is he like the one of the last boots, and they're like trying to like really hype him up as like, oh, what a great social player he is. We need to get him out. When it's like, I don't know, we're not like fully seeing that. But I feel like that would be like, but that'd be a weird story, right? If it's like to explain why he would get votes, because like you would think he would win if like the things they're saying about him are true. What am I doing? Okay, here. He's winning the circle. Ugh. Circle's tough to gauge who's actually gonna win. I might say, I think my guess would be Kyle or QT. I think would be my like top 2. Obviously Kyle's in a lot of danger right now, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like he's going home. But I think because he's in danger, I think I would probably put more money on QT. Also, something I didn't even realize. So, like, I knew QT was on the Netflix show that's currently, like, the Netflix, like, challenge ripoff that they're currently making. Like, I knew QT was there. I didn't realize that Kyle was also there. Or, like, I didn't notice that until Reality TV Fan, like, reposted that. So, I mean, that's something. Spill happened in Twitter. Oh, did they? I didn't pay attention, actually. But that's pretty expected of them. Oh, Reddit found out? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm to be honest, like, I really don't care, really. It's that's the thing about the circle, like, the fucking cliffhangers, like, make me not care about what's gonna happen. And, like, it's weird because, like, obviously the show is, like, meant to be binged, right? But, like, it's weird where, like, why then release it in 4-episode batches? Like, why end every batch of episodes with this big cliffhanger that you're, like, just not gonna give a shit about by the... Yeah, I guess I don't personally care. Which I guess spoilers for Circle, which will probably be resolved in the first like 5 minutes. But yeah, I don't personally care. Yeah, Recipe Sonia, we talked about it earlier. Draft, we'll probably do a draft. Pogo's Home, Cal States, yeah, and again, that's what I was expecting. I felt like that was like the only like possible outcome from like an editing standpoint. I feel like it would have been very strange if that didn't happen. But yeah. Thoughts will go back. I've like I thought about it like a little bit, but like I've only watched a couple more episodes and I don't remember that much. I know a swap happened, but I only remember how the swap played out in terms of like who's on what tribe and whatnot. I did like the so essentially the Brando advantage was real, right? Like in Quebec, like so Brando again in 45 said that like he got an advantage at the swap, but then didn't realize until he got back to camp, and then they took it away from him or whatever. And he thinks it was a twist to like swap out like to swap out one person after a swap, and like they actually did it in Quebec. So it's like okay, that's something. Is Mary Lou winning? I think she's a top contender. I don't know if she's like I actually like I'm kind of leaning towards Deborah at this point. Like at least again from where I'm at least. I even add the boots so far to boot ranking just because it's like they're still on the edge. But yeah, Raph would not be particularly high. Challenge 40 spoilers. How much is there to talk about? Well, AI? What I mean, for Circle, it's gone. Like, it was just a 1-week gimmick, which is funny. Thoughts on Queen Aviv? She is there. Yeah, I'm disappointed that they... Like, I 100% wanted them to keep the AI there the entire time. I'm very disappointed that they didn't just keep it in the game. Towards like I found it so funny when they were like revealing it to the other players. Like I was like in my head like watching this and I was like, "There's no fucking way this is it, right?" And then like fucking the AI like just like talks about his like pet names and stuff. I'm like, "Oh no, they actually are revealing this." Like I think maybe Kyle, maybe QT, probably QT. Yeah, I would say QT's most likely win Circle. Don't think Florence is dumb. I do. I do think that was a bad move for Florence. Especially because at that point, like you're not gonna win challenges anyway. Like you're at a spot where like your tribe again, if you're like looking at like physical challenges, like I'm one again, there's gonna be a swap soon anyway. But if you're looking at physical challenges, again, like it's you, it's like Marilu, who's like again athletic enough, like young woman that should do fine challenges. Yeah, Raph seemingly sucks, but whatever. But then like the other three are like the two old guys on the cast, in Andre and Sebastian. And then you have Deborah, who's one of the older women on the cast. Like, you're not going to win shit anyway. You're going against, like, I don't even know the fucking names. Ghislaine. You're going against Jean-Michel. You're going against, I don't know, Ricky. You're fucked. Like, why even try? Yeah, Cassandra. It's like, why even try? Keeping people for challenges. Like, you're fucked anyway. Like, at least, like, keep numbers. Imagine Raph comes back to the swap or at the merge from Edge. That'll be funny. There's a huge spider. You want to kill it? It was gone. I mean, It'll probably crawl on you when you're sleeping. Adam or David, I would probably go David. Yeah, I think I would go David. I said this last stream that I think there's definitely a chance Boss Drop's winning Dondi at this point, which is so weird. I think if I were to actually, like, if you were to put a gun to my head and say who's winning, though, I think I would actually say Jordan. I think that's my prediction for Dondi. Because I think we're at the point where, like, Steph and Amy are definitely not winning. I think Aaron has gotten a bit too much Dodo content recently. And, like, Boss Rob is, like, there because he kind of has to be. I feel like Jordan, like, again, is under-edited for sure. But I feel like she's still, like, when she gets content, it feels like it's good content. To where, like, I could see this being them trying to, like, hide their winner in the edit. To where, like, I don't know, I think I would go Jordan right now. I think Aaron is winning. Dodo content was hard to hide. To be fair, some of it definitely was. But I think they didn't need to hammer in on it as much as they did, though. Like, I think showing it and, like, being like, oh no, Aaron made a mistake, like, that, okay, that makes sense. But we don't need to get confessions from, like, Rob, talking about how, like, dumb this is and everything. Can I rank my top 39 Survivor baddies as players? Who are your Survivor baddies? Who's from Cyril? I'm probably like Kyle, right? QT. I'm thinking, like, they're just gonna be on the fucking Netflix version, though. I guess if you want to make actual transitions to the challenge, you have to get, like, these lower tier people, right? Actually, at this point, like, can Netflix people even go on the challenge anymore? Until, like, their NDA's up. Probably not, right? They probably, like, explicitly tell them, hey, you can only do Netflix shows for a while. So, like, I don't even know if we're gonna be getting, like, circle people on the challenge for... Unless it's, like, it's been a while. Why do recasting for a Genius Grand Final? Probably not, but, like, I don't know how much changes for me. I think just a couple people. Because, like, most of the cast is, like, very strong. Like, I think the only people that would, like, swap out are, like, like, again, Junsok, Kyung-hoon, Jungmoon, Yoon-sun, probably still. But, yeah, but, again, it's, like, a really stacked cast at the top, though. So, like, again, you have, like, every member of the final three in the history of the Genius. I think all of them are, like, pretty locked for me. I think you could debate if, like, Yeonsong, that was his name, right? I think, like, you could debate with him a bit, but I would still put him on. I think everyone else is, like, pretty much a lock. Yeah, everyone else is a lock. Then Yohyun is interesting. I think I'd probably keep him, but I think I would at least consider taking him off. The thing is, like, I would definitely try to get Ah Young there, right? I think Ah Young's definitely making my list. I think I might try to get someone like, oh no, Sung Yu would make my list, obviously, if he can be there. So I think you'd swap, like, Kyung-hoon with Sung Yu. I think you'd swap Jungmoon with Ah Young. I think maybe Yoon Sung with Yu Young. Oh fuck, Hang Chul. I forgot about Hang Chul. The thing is, I would want to try to make it a bit more balanced. Yeah, actually, Yoonji would be good too. Yeah, maybe Yoonji would be more entertaining than Yu Young. Doohee, I don't think Doohee makes my cut. I think I would put Hong Chul, though. I put Hong Chul, I guess, in place of maybe take out Yu Young, or not Yu Hyun. Oh, fuck his name, dude. I need to get the name sorted for fucking the Genius retrospective when I make that. Oh, this is the list. Okay. Oh, this is like multiple parts. Okay. Um, actually, are we at draft time yet? Probably. Okay, we'll start draft probably in like 10 minutes or something. Um, yeah, who? This is Justin's, right? Yeah, okay. Justin's baddies. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Okay, I actually have the... Ah, fuck. I have to get this sorted eventually. Elise Uemoto is on your baddies list. What a baddie Elise Uemoto is. What if Amazon fans favorites? I mean, like, it's like too early, but like also, I guess you could do it. But yeah, I'm not like dying to do it though. At least it's bad. I mean, gameplay wise, for sure. I just feel like she's also like probably like one of those random people you could have mentioned. Hall Brawl, Casey or Tori? I would assume Casey, right? And Casey's like a football player. It's like I would assume. I mean, it is a hot women list, but you want me to rank them as players, right? Rank every Big Brother winner based on how well they played the first week. Maybe? Yeah, that could kind of be interesting. Yeah, I'll put that idea down. So Joe Pets. Where's it? What do they call that? What would it be? Winner ranking? Based on how they played the first week, I guess. By the way, I did change the name of my purple edit player ranking video because it kind of bothered me straight out. Like it kind of bothered. So the original name was top 10 players that got a purple edit. Which like it bothered me how many words there were there, and also I just felt like a very different like style of title to like any other player ranking I've done outside that. So I did end up changing it to what was it, top 10 purple edited players or something like that. But yeah, so that's something, even though again no one would probably ever fucking notice that. Oh cool, I accidentally closed chats. There we go. I mean, season 4 fans' favorites. I mean, like, you could definitely do it. It's more so like, should you? Actually, now I'm thinking about it, maybe it would be interesting if Amazon in particular, because you would have them mix the men and the women together, right? So actually, I do think that actually kind of makes it more interesting to do Amazon. Where I think outside that, it's like, okay, it's just like another like recasting video of like an early Survivor season, because I literally just also like also made the Battle of the Seasons for like seasons 1 through 4, and like this would almost be just a redo of that, just also like making a tribe for the newbies. But like I think when you're considering the men and the women of it all and like merging them into one tribe, I think that's also kind of interesting. So yeah, I'll jot that down actually. So what was it? Recasting Survivor, the Amazon. What if it was fans versus favorites? And that was from Jaw, right? Yeah, so since the last stream, though, I am caught up on BBCAN, the BBCAN review, which is shorter than last year's, thankfully. Thank fucking God. I think this is like the first time since 41 to 42, which I believe is the only time ever that I had two. I mean, like between like a review, like season by season, it's gotten shorter because I believe like every other time, a review's just gotten longer. I can't think of another time where like a review got shorter. Okay, cool. Well, this is dumb. So again, it might be shorter. That'll be cool. It'll probably still be like over 2 hours, but it'll be a little bit shorter. You haven't played Days Gone? I actually really want to play Days Gone. When will that happen though? Who the fuck knows? If I do want to play it at some point. Ever met a Survivor player before? Kind of. Not. I've never like. Oh fuck! I hit the wrong button. I never like saw a Survivor player and talked to them about Survivor. But like, I used to work at a grocery store, and I did. One of the customers one day was John Hennigan. So that's something. Outside of that, I mean, not really. Well, to be fair, no, that's not meeting, right? Again, I went to high school with Alec Christie, but I didn't know. And like, I didn't know him. But I knew his sister though, but I never met him, so that's not really answering the question. Joe Campo's in my walls. Sure. Joe Campo unfollowed me on Twitter, that bastard. Fuck Joe Del Campo. I was gonna say Carter Williams. I mean, imagine. I guess that is where you meet Carter Williams, in a grocery store. So. Oh, wrong button again. God damn it, dude. This is so stupid. Yeah, I could have met Drew Christie. Like, what a travesty. I never got to meet Drew Christie. Also, I believe Drew Christie went to my high school, just I never was there when he was there. He's like a decent chunk older. How old is Drew Christie? Like, Drew Christie's got to be like 35 by now, right? 34, yeah. So yeah, we weren't there at the same time, but like Alec Christie's only like a year or two older than me, so. Is he Florida Man? He is a Florida Man. I don't know if he is the Florida Man. Is All Stars 3 shorter than All Stars 2? Is that really the case? I mean, either way, like, the point was still stand that, like, it very rarely happens, but, like, still. I didn't know that, if that is the case. All Stars 3... Oh, wow, it is by, like, 7 seconds. But, yeah, I guess it technically is. We're gonna binge next. I'm not sure. Well, I'm gonna start next. Okay, wait, no, game, fuck off. So again, I'm towards the end of 44. I'm at the finale. Like, I've watched through the immunity challenge at the final 5. So I'll finish that. I'll probably watch Laced Up Lauren's 45 watch through as well. The thing is, though, I don't really need to, which is the thing. Like, I'll simply be doing it just to rewatch 45, I guess. But, like, I don't feel like I need to rewatch 45. I've already watched all of Amazing Race 6. I haven't worked on the actual retrospective, but I've watched the entire season and took notes. Which, I did that for Amazing Race 6, and I did it for Vanuatu. The only show I need to watch now for retrospective is Genius, Black Garnet. But I'm waiting until after I'm caught up on all these reviews first. Where this week will be primarily focused on getting caught up on Amazing Race. Amazing Race Australia 2 retrospective. Sadly, probably not. I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just I don't have time. It's not as big of a priority as other things. Yeah, should we start draft? Probably should soon, right? Binge Physical 100 season 2. I'll probably watch it. Well, I'll watch it soon. I think what I'll do is I'll watch it when prepping the Survivor review. Um, because that's going to take a bit longer. Where Amazing Race, like straight, I think I can get this done relatively quickly. To where like it's gonna be in a spot where like I don't even know if I could finish Physical 100 fast enough. But to where like I mentioned this before that like I don't like editing when watching Netflix. Where for some reason like when I watch Netflix while I'm editing, like fucking Premiere runs like complete shit, and I don't know why. It's just with Netflix. Um, There's like obviously like I could watch on the TV, but again like with editing I like having headphones on and everything, where like it's not easy to watch something on the TV while editing. Um, so yeah. I think I'll wait for like a period of time where I'm not editing anything, which again will probably end up being when I work on Survivor. Um, then again, now I think about it, I could just not watch on Netflix, right? I could pirate it. Like I guess that would make it be a bit simpler. But I don't know. Other than Jonathan Shove, I mean, what is there to say? Jonathan, I think, is like one of the most like hateable reality TV contestants of all time. On a show that had nothing to do with his wife and like nothing to do with like his like again if he wasn't on this like show where like again like it's very disturbing seeing like their relationship. It's like extremely toxic. Where like if he was on like Survivor and he acted that way, he would be an all-time great character. Like he is like quite possibly one of the best characters in reality TV history. And just in terms of like how insane of a personality he is. The problem is obviously that translates to him also being a terrible fucking human being. And yeah, again, just like seeing like everything around him and Victoria is just like so icky. I know about the fear factor moment, which is funny. Higher Amazing Race 6 probably, but like, I don't know how much of it is like just like kind of a reaction to modern Amazing Race, but it does remind me like how good Amazing Race used to be. With the final pre-merger slash juror survived. That's like so much game to play. Top 5 worst humans on reality TV, probably. Especially if we're taking out like people that went on to like murder people. I would say yeah, probably. Actually, didn't he get caught up in like some sort of like isn't he involved in like Playboy and like a sexual like harassment thing revolving around Playboy? I'm pretty sure that is a thing, right? Is he Russell Hantz? I mean, I think he's worse than Russell Hantz. Where like I think Russell Hantz like it's not great, but like I can't think of anything like like Russell Hantz like definitely like says some icky things, but like I don't know how many like actions he does are icky in the outside world. Again, he is a bit creepy, right? Like he definitely is very flirtatious with women when they probably don't want to be want him to be. But I think like Jonathan again, like shoving his wife and like berating her left and right. It's like I don't know. I think that's worse. Docs. Actually, I forgot he doxed one. That is actually really funny. Yeah. Victoria was a Playboy model, so. Yeah, like I believe he was like friends with Hugh Hefner. Maze Race 36. I mean, I think it's like by far Ricky and Cesar. Where it's like, who's the other option? Like I think they're like again, like clearly the best team on the season, but then also it's like edit wise just feels like an overly generic like Amazing Race like winner style edit. So I'm like, I think they're probably it. I agree. I would very much compare it to BB9. Yeah, okay, we'll start the draft. So yeah, this will be the last draft in the alphabet like series. I don't know what the fuck we're calling it. Again, we did. Someone made the winners at War one, right? So we'll probably end up doing that too. So which will essentially be a draft utilizing just the winning teams. Um, but yeah, okay, that's the draft board. And again, for some reason, it's not letting me pin it. Uh, there we go. Had to do it myself. All right. So yeah, if you want in, say now. CBS had the chance to put Trump on Survivor Big Brother. Would they do it? No. Dude, Big Brother, who the fuck knows? Survivor, no. Um, like absolutely not. Where like I think Survivor is like made like so many active strives, obviously be as like politically correct as possible. There's no fucking way they're putting fucking Donald Trump on the show. All right, where are we at? So we got Justin, Radio Ranger Historic. Radio Ranger Historic. Let's turn auto on. Oh, it's literally just gonna end there. Cool. We got Lion Melon, Yoviver, Gwen. Cool. But yeah, after this, not sure what the next draft series will end up being, but I guess we'll figure it out. Okay, where am I at? So was it Carson? Carson, Nadav. I'm still gonna call you Menace. Oh, cool. Dude, my control key's fucked. I don't know what happened to my control key. At least my left control key. For like it only works like half the time now. Dude, this is like such a pain to follow, like to try to keep a chat on desktop. Whatever. Biggest party. Julian Waluigi. That's first Waluigi draft in a while, right? Which I don't know who the bad people are here. Who's bad at the end of the alphabet? All right, Jaw, and then is that it? I think that's it. Okay. This is a draft. This is like so we've been doing these Survivor drafts of like based on like place in the alphabet or whatever. We started with A, then B, then C, then it got messed up because there's not enough people in certain letters. But this is T-O to Z. So people whose first name starts with T-O until Z. With also Tanuke from Survivor UK there for some reason. All right, we got 45 people on the thing. How many people do we have in the draft? 14. Okay. So how many do we have to cut? Or do we add? Can we add? Yeah, we just need to add one actually. If we add one, it's fine. There's 9 winners. There's really that many. I don't know. Who should we add? If there's only like one person to add. Add a random SA person. Who do we not have? Because like SA5 isn't there, right? Oh, should we do Laurel? Actually, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do Laurel. I forgot about that. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. Actually, I've added Laurel. Um, why am I blanking on her last name? Oh my god, why am I blanking on her last name? What's her last name? Johnson? Okay, that's actually not what I thought it was at all. Okay, we're gonna add Laurel here. Um, so there we go. That's the board. Now we need to do random number generator. So yeah, each person will get 4 people. Is how this will work out. Um, so again, there's 14, right? All right, 2, 8, 3. So Justin is first pick. Then it will be Carson. Then Radio Ranger. Now 11 to 9. Okay, so Jaw. Then Historic. Then Julian. But I wish like something was happening in the game right now, so that wouldn't just be silence. But whatever. Uh, 761. Who's 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Biggest party. Menace me. Then 1 through 5. 4, 2, 1. Okay, almost done. Alright. So, draft order is Justin, Carson, Raider Ranger, Jaw, Historic, Julian, Biggest Party, Menace, me, Nadav, Yoviver, Lymelon, Gwen, and Waluigi. Which, yeah, okay. This is a draft where like going first is not necessarily the best because first means you also get last. Um, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, Justin, first pick. Oh, is Venus actually? Yeah, 40. Wait, no, is Venus on here? Venus should be on here. No, Venus is on here. Oh, we're saying Venus is on here. Actually, I didn't think about that. But yeah, that the 46 people are on here, but I guess it's fine at this point. Like we're enough through 46 to where I feel like we know them decently well, right? Um, yeah, I'll keep Venus there. Tony obviously makes a lot of sense. Actually, yeah, fuck, dude. There's so many winners. Yeah, I'm like looking at it now. You got Todd, the like Tom, Tommy, Tony. Um, there's like so many just at the beginning of this. Um, but yeah, Carson is next. Why is Laurel here? Because she's just always here if we need an extra person. Or at least she was back in the day, but then I forgot about that rule until Viper mentioned that. I was like, oh yeah, that was the thing. Um I forgot it was because we kicked her out of like the runner up ranking, right? Is that what it was? Or runner up draft, I think is what it was. Todd. Well there we go. Which Tony? Oh yeah, are you gonna take a Tony from NZ? Um Yeah, how dare I just assume that you were oh, I forgot about Tyson too. You took Tommy, interesting. Wait, so Carson took Tommy and then Raider Ranger took Todd. Okay. Um which like I'm a massive defender of Tommy's game. I don't need Tommy on my team though. But yeah, Jaw is next. Yeah, I think my opinion on Tommy's game just continues to go up over time, though. Should have had Vanessa. I think I'm good. I don't need Vanessa for my say. Will someone draft War Dog and War Daw? Should that be my goal? My only goal in this draft is to get both War Daw and War Dog. Whoever picks Wanda gets your respect. I mean, is Wanda a mother? Or is she mother, I guess. I should say a mother. Because like I assume she's a mother, right? But what really matters is that is she mother? Oh, fucking Jam Jam's on this too. I forgot about that. Oh wait, Ja picked you. Oh wait, Yule's here too. Holy shit, dude. There's so many winners. And this is a T-O to Z. This is the end of the alphabet. But yeah, it is your pick. Queen Zoe needs to be picked. I mean, Oh, you join? I mean, we were doing the sign up earlier. Um, we already started the draft, but I do we do these every Sunday pretty much. Um, of just drafting random pools of reality TV contestants. Anthony's a dumbass for nominating Lexus. I mean, well, actually, how does he explain it on the show? Because I haven't watched the show itself. Um, like, what was his justification there? Was it just like he didn't want to ruin his relationship with Bailey? Tyson. Makes sense. Imagine you picked Tyson from SA. Wait, did I not pause? Whatever. Yeah, next up is Julian. You have your channel points either? I mean, yeah, I guess not. And what tragedy. I honestly, there's a chance of that for sure. Or it's like, yeah, like the thing about Amazing Race is that there's not really like a super solid like full-on winner edit, because again, like I came into last season thinking like Joel and Garrett were like clearly winning by the time of the finale, and then fucking Greg and John won. It's like, what the fuck do I know? But like I do feel like Ricky and Caesar just feel like overly, like they very much feel like the Kim and Penn of the season. Which, to be fair, I didn't think Kim and Penn were winning at the time either. But like seeing Kim and Penn, it's like they kind of feel like that sort of vibe on this season. Make Bailey sure he trusts her, enable a war between Bailey and Dee. The thing is, like, how gung-ho is Bailey actually against V is my question. Because I know he did some work to, like, turn her against them. Or, turn her against her. But, like, is that gonna last, is the question for me. Julian picks Tom Westman. Oh, there we go. Biggest party's next. I believe you still have winner. Actually, Tom Schwartz is on this list. He ate too much watermelon. Oh no. You're fucking Jackson Mickey? Like, why are you eating so much watermelon? Bailey told V before the meeting with Anthony that he will try to pin them against her. Yeah, I know that like Bailey seemed to be onto it before they had the conversation, I believe. Which is why I do think, like, is Anthony just like trusting Bailey too much? Jam Jam? Well, there we go. I probably would have taken Jam Jam if I had the choice there. Where is he on here? There we go. I will say, rewatching 44, though, I think in my opinion, Jam Jam's game is much lower. Not that, like, he's a bad winner or anything, but, like, I do think... I do think it was Carson that did a lot of the work for the two. But anyway, Menace is next. I agree with that now. I would have Carson 1, Jam Jam 2. Early merge is rough. I even think like pre-merge is like a bit rocky too. And I will say even endgame is rocky too. Like him wanting to target Carolyn throughout like a lot of the endgame when like he wants to take Carson to the end. It's like, what are you doing? Mother of all mothers. Who is this? Oh, Bailey. Yeah. I really like Bailey. Like, I think Bailey's like a great TV personality. I will say, like, I think her like treatment of Tola last week was very strange and like really hypocritical. But like outside that, I do think I do like Bailey as a TV person. And to again, it still led to fun TV, but it was just ridiculous. Like, like her actual response to it. Twyla, interesting. I don't know if I would have picked Twyla this early, but you do. I do very like. I don't know if I think we're probably out of like the really really good picks, right? Do I want Wendell? Wendell's still there. Actually, Vesepia's still there. Oh wait, no, I know who I'm picking. I have to go. My queen, Victoria Baymonde. There we go. obviously the most locked in first round pick ever. I've taken Victoria Baymonde. But yeah, Nadav is next. Oh, Wendy Joe is on this. I forgot about that. Hudson Tola wanting the vote Todd over. I think that was like his exit interview was so cringy. Like I could not listen to it. Like I had to like skim through it. Like it was just like, oh, it definitely reeked of misogyny. Like the way that he was like so upset at like Spicy V, for like calling her like a backstabber and all that stuff, but like not upset at, like anybody else seemingly. It was just like just a very strange exit interview. I mean, like he's like Tola just seems like extremely bitter towards Spicy V. And like he's also like really he's upset at everybody seemingly. What's funny is that actually he's seemingly like upset at everybody but Lexus, but also thinks Lexus is playing the worst game. Vince is on the board. Vince is on the board. But anyway, it is Nadav's turn. I think I haven't done a good job at saying who's next. I have Erica higher than. Actually, do I have Erica higher than Jam Jam? No, actually, no. I think I have Jam Jam higher than Erica. Yeah, I think I did when I last made the list, but I might reconsider it. Like they are close. Like they're in the same like tier together. Who's the highest chance of changing my mind about their game from New Era? I mean, like really, there's probably like a lot of people. If there's like, it depends on like who were we saying are actually coming back, right? Like maybe someone like an Owen, maybe. Can we use Zach as the last person in this draft? I mean, I'm not picking Zach, so take that for what you will. Yeah, Jonathan. I'm too fair. Like Jonathan, I think gets a bit too shit on from a game perspective. Where it's like, yeah, he had no win equity and stuff, but I think like the thing is like, yeah, I think socially he was not great with, specifically like his handling of the Final 10 was split tribal situation, and also his handling of like Lindsay and Marianne. But like outside of that, like people didn't dislike him on the actually no, well I guess like Chanel hated him too, right? But I think like Jonathan's issues that I think Jonathan is someone that like is probably always going to be like that because like that is like part of him, and he also someone that like is going to be on the island starving, right? Yao, all right. Sort of like him getting like hangry leads to him being like that over time. Yeah, Yao off the board. Yo Viver is next. But like I don't think Jonathan's like that bad of a player. Werner, okay. Yeah, I forgot Werner was here. The best what was it, penultimate juror? Actually, did I have him as best penultimate juror? I don't even remember anymore. I think I did, right? I mean, that video's not officially out yet, right? But yeah. Anyway, Lion Mountain's next. Oh, did I have Xavier? Oh, yeah, I forgot Xavier mixed. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about Xavier because yeah, Xavier got screwed. It's funny how like I forgot. I now I'm remembering this. I forgot I even put Xavier at 1, and then like I re-listened to my like when I was editing it together. Like I listed my argument. I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense. Is Marianne still best player 42? I'm like I guess. I don't know. The thing is, I think the level of gameplay on that season is like so low that's like I guess Marianne's number 1. Like I guess. Queen, are you actually picking Wendy Joe this early? Like I do think Marianne as a whole probably gets like too much credit game wise. But yeah, I would still probably say she's number one still. But yeah, by not by a large margin. All right, there we go. Cool. Wendy Joe. Am I even gonna bother putting her last name? It's just so fucking long. I'm just gonna put Wendy Joe. I think we're good. Yeah, but Gwen is next here. Yeah, obviously that's the only reason that Marion's not number one is because I'm a misogynist, obviously. Putting on Taylor B24 went down. Went down from what? Like as a player in the grand scheme of things? No, not really. Like their BB24 game? I mean, like, oh, like since when? I mean, when I'm assessing her like game, I don't think like the agency within her BB24, or when I'm assessing her as a player, the agency that she had in her BB24 game, that's not really part of it for me. But if we're assessing her BB24 game, it's like I never thought she had that much agency. But are we talking about like on the like BB24 player ranking? Is that what we're saying? Which if that's the case, then like I would still make the argument of her being one. But I think it's one that's like it's pretty close. But again, it's mostly because like there's no other good option. More so than I think Taylor's that good. Where again, like I said this before, where it's like, you know, there's like situations where like I think the cast is just like not like there's not really a good number one option to where like you just rely on the winner in that situation, because it's like okay, like Monty is probably like a person you would argue, but again he got saved at the final 8 round where he would have gone home with Kyle. If the Kyle situation didn't blow up there. He also again like actively took the wrong person to the end. The rest of his game, like his early game's like very rocky. Michael again, like also his game's a bit all over the place. Kyle would probably be number one if he had gotten to the end, which probably would have happened if he didn't get or if he didn't do what he did. But he did do what he did. So, take Venus, really. I thought I could get Venus on the second round. I was actually trying to get Venus in round 2. But oh well. But yeah, Waluigi, you have 2 picks in a row. Yeah, who's the worst person here? It's probably Zach, right? Zach from AU. Because I think outside of Zach from AU, it's just a lot of like boring people, right? Like the more bad people, like people like Eve and like Tom Laidlaw is here. Zane Knight. Oh wait, Zane Knight is here. I completely forgot about that. Oh, there you go. Zane Knight off the board. Thank God Zane Knight got picked before like Wendell and Tom Schwartz. Is there any other good pick? Vesepia didn't get picked yet either. Wanda. Well, there we go. Wanda Shirk off the board. Was Jonathan Libby in the J one? I actually genuinely don't remember if Jonathan Libby was even in that draft. Oh, he actually was. Okay, I'm looking it up now. Okay. I just realized, wait, what the fuck? I don't remember this at all, but like that was a draft where I got second place picking Jay Maya as my first pick. So yeah, that's something. But yeah, Gwen, it's your pick again. Well, we just your competition. Yeah, I mean, I should have just had only. I mean, you should have like coordinated to where only one person would pick the joke picks. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, cool. Dude, what the fuck? It's like, you go to the same location like a billion times in this game. Oh yeah, you should maybe go for all SA6 people. Oh yeah, I did watch Quebec's episode 2. Trader's Quebec episode 2. I thought it was fine. It was okay. The only like main bit of intrigue from it for me was the The one traitor guy that like for some reason decided to like lie about having a disabled daughter, which is like, why? Like, especially because like he gets like caught right away. It's like, why are you doing this? Like outside that, it's not like that. No, it just feels like typical trader fare. Um, like it's like it's weird because it's like I mean we've seen this before, obviously, but like it's like I don't know. Like in the other situations, like okay, you got Matt like lying about like his wife having like a terminal disease or whatever, right? Or was it even a terminal disease? It was like some sort of disease, and it's like I guess it's on that level, right? But I think like the fact that it's his daughter instead of his wife feels worse. But also it's like again he gets like called out for it right away. He's like he didn't know of like an organization that helped disabled people in Canada or something. I saw the trailer or whatever, or I didn't like watch it, but I saw that there was a trailer or whatever for that show, The Fortune Hotel. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it ends up being good or anything. I think I'll find the edit physical 100 season 2 to be better than season 1. I mean, hopefully. It'd be hard to be much worse. Oh, cool. Play Gwent mobile game instead. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to playing that at some point. I do have to actually. I forgot about that. I never played the Gwent game. That Thronebreaker, is that the name of it? Oh, yeah, did Gwen pick? Like, sure, we don't. Like, Gwen could have picked, and I just like did not see it. But yeah, like I never played that game. I would like to. I don't know if that's a stream game though. I don't believe Will Neffis continue watching Genius. I don't think he will. Basically, I think viewership took a dive when he watched it. So I think he's out on it. Though someone did say that he's planning on watching Titans vs Rebels soon, though, right? So that'll be cool. Take War Dog. All right. Well, I guess now you have to try to get War Dog in the next round. Straight Immunity Island is like so far gone in my head. Like I have almost no memory of Immunity Island at this point. But Limon is your pick again. Wardog got picked before Wendell. That is the thing. I assume the D situation's like stopping people from picking Wendell, right? I thought the Bailey, Snowing Anthony. I mean, if it, I mean, I guess it is that, right? It is like definitely a credit to Bailey. Battle for Bikini Out Bottom, Rehydrate. I don't think I own it actually. Or considering like I own like a billion fucking games, you would think I would own that, but I actually don't. Actually, I don't even think I own the original either. I don't think I own any version of that game. Wendell D. Michelle for Survivor 50. That'd be fantastic. But knowing Survivor, they would put him on all different tribes. Today's menu would be great. I mean, I think there's a lot of great. I mean, like the fucking Token of Immortality reveal. That'll be great. I don't know. Would he dislike Kyung Hoon? I think he would like Kyung Hoon. I think he would like Kyung Hoon to start and then hate him once he's like becomes a rat. Because like I feel like he's like the type of person that like he's okay with people backstabbing, but he doesn't like it when like people like rat people out. Like I think he would like him like for like the fish shop move. I think he would like that. But I think he would hate like what was that game called? The one with the cops and like all that stuff in Grand Final. Where like Kyung Hoon's just ratting out his team to Dongmin and everything. Like I feel like that's something he would hate. Okay, it is this way. Would love Dongmin? Probably, right? You would think so. How many winners for 50? I think there's a chance of 0. If there isn't 0, then I would say 4, maybe. Garnet Thief, yeah. I knew it was something Thief. Jungmoon, yeah, I think you would hate Jungmoon. Yeah, what is this? True when they saw...
Sahana Karan, get your ass out of my Twitter account and give it back to me.
Did Felicia ever get her Twitter account back, by the way? Did Light Melon ever pick also? Oh, he did. Vince Sly. Well, there we go. Vince Sly off the board. You're taking my picks. I feel like I could find Vince Sly on the thing. There we go. Next up is Yoviver. Play Tales from Morania, obviously. If only I could. Yeah, it was the tracker program, right? Was the tracker something? I'm pretty sure it was tracker program. The Sepia. Yeah, makes sense. Like, why'd she get picked this late? But, okay. Next up is Nadav. I don't even know who I'm gonna pick next. Because again, my plan was Venus. Now I can't get Venus. Actually, I think I know who I'm gonna pick. I don't think I've ever, I assume seen someone online that liked Jungmoon. Yeah, it makes sense. Venus and Tom Schwartz are basically the same person? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, imagine Venus wins this season and then gets compared to Tom Schwartz. Zoe is an icon. Again, the first ever purple player. God damn it. That was actually what I was talking about. Alright. Tracy Hughes Wolf off the board. That's who I was actually planning on taking. Okay. Well, now Tracy's gone. So, like, Wendell is, like, the obvious pick, right? But... do I work hard, play hard? Is that where I'm going? No, I'll pick Tom Schwartz. How's no one picked Tom Schwartz up to this point? I got Mother and I got Tom Schwartz. So yeah, Menace is next. Yeah, I got the best Survivor winner of all time. Why I think why do I think the person who I think is winning 46 for several reasons? They're on fire convinced me that person was winning. On Westman and Shorts, well, too bad. Actually, if you do get, actually, technically, you can still get all Tom team if you wanted that. But yeah, actually, I was gonna say I would trade, but I think I'll keep Tom Schwartz. Zoe Gervais finally, yeah. Nalia is the actually, is the survivor? For some reason, I remember as the ultimate survivor, but then that's not a thing though. Yeah, it is the survivor, but yeah, it's still fun either way. Which on Fire episode? This last one. No, Vanessa from SA is not here. It's only SA4 or SA6 and up. But yeah, it is Menace's turn. Did Menace pick? which yeah, I'll talk about the On Fire podcast stuff at this point. So, because like I mentioned it last stream, but I didn't like actually talk it through because I was like, I don't know if I want to like spoil or whatever. I'll talk about it now, and like it's again not actual spoilers, obviously, but like it very much feels like it. Like this is okay. This is what Jeff said. Jeff was talking about how juries vote nowadays. And like he made like a really stupid fucking he went this like dumb spiel that makes no fucking sense. How like juries that they used to have like a set criteria and now every single juror thinks their own way. It's like no, that's not how juries like work nowadays. But wait, did Ness nitpick, right? Okay, yeah, just make sure. Yeah, if anything, it's the opposite. So, like, everything he said there makes no fucking sense. But he said, like, people can, like, vote for random things. People can vote because you're comforting them when they have a panic attack. Which is, like, why are you mentioning that? Why is that a thing you're saying? Okay, Woo. I think that makes sense for you. But it's, like, that's essentially just him saying that, like, okay, Kenzie's gonna win with Ben voting for her because of the panic attack. It's like, it's such a weird fucking thing to say. Like, just out of the blue, unless it's like a thing that actually happens. It's like, why else would he say that there? Because he got locked out of his account. Or no, his account got suspended, right? Is that what happened? It was stuff like that. Because it's also like, why would you say that and that not be a thing that actually matters, right? Because I feel like this is a situation where, like, okay, if Kenzie, like, loses the game, like, gets the end and, like, loses a jury vote, I guess, like, maybe if, like, Ben is, like, the only vote for her, and that's the reason why Ben votes for her, I think that's the only justification I could see for it. If it's not her leading up to a win. Because it makes no sense. Like, why you would say that out of the blue. Unless it's actually what ends up, like being the result for the season. Yeah, I don't even know why I ranted about Gavin's game as much. Oh, I forgot about the biggest party pick Wendell, didn't he? So yeah, Wendell off the board. But yeah, Julian is next. But yeah, I mean, like, I get it. Like, I get why. Oh wait, no, that's not what you did. I thought you said you were gonna pick Wendell. But like, I'm definitely softer on Gavin's game now. I still agree in the sense that, like, yeah, I think he, like, allowed Victoria and, like, Lauren to make decisions for him. But he was still in, like, the best position in the game that entire season. Towards, like, I think there is, like, frustration from, like, how, like, actively he is playing the game. But again, I think just, like, in terms of threat management and everything, I think his game is, like, probably the best of that season. Which door is that? There we go. My winners left is so funny. How many are there? Are there still a lot? Why have Deborah won in Quebec? Mainly because I went back. Like, one, I feel like Deborah's getting a lot of, like, unnecessary content. But then two, I went back and actually compared the confessional count of this season and season 1, and I do feel like she is getting a very, like, Nicholas style edit. So that's also, like, a factor there. Which, like, obviously doesn't really mean anything. It's only season 2, and, like, they probably wouldn't ideally want to, like, repeat trends. Pick Laurel. Well, there we go. You picked the icon Laurel Johnson. Imagine Laurel is on 50. Imagine that happens. But yeah, Julian is now officially next. Chance of a tie on 50? Possible. I think like just as possible as like Dominic and Angelina and them. I think definitely possible. Not like locked in, but not like unlikely either. They're probably less likely than. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. I think Ty is someone that does get benefited by diversity mandate. Actually, to where if they go for like old era versus new era, I think Ty is probably pretty likely in that spot. Wendell. Well, there we go. Wendell. Oh, yeah, you're not going for an all Tom team. You should have gone for a Big Tom or Tom Patterson, the iconic Tom. Via Historics next. Again, I think if they don't cap it, yeah, I would say like I'll probably like say 70% is new era. Like I think if we're saying actually it's not even 70. No, it's not 70. That's 2/3. I think 2/3 is new era. I would say like if we're having an 18-person cast, I would say 12 are new era. Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Kill time until nightfall. Okay. Oh, wait. I should buy shit, right? Okay. Those are all worse. That's all worse. That's worse. Okay. That's probably good enough, right? The Kelly Williams with Decline All-Stars. I believe that is the rumor, right? But I don't believe she was gonna make the cut anyway. But I believe she did decline. I got 3 most likely themes. I mean, number 1 most likely is no theme. Then I would say second chance. Actually, then I'll probably say old era versus new era, and then second chance. Yeah, we're each getting 4. Yeah, I'm out on Ghislaine at this point. I think at this point he's gotten so much content about how big of a threat he is. I will say I do think he's more likely than Jean-Michel though. Because I do think something that's interesting that every single time like Ghislaine gets propped up as a threat, we follow that up with like Jean-Michel getting propped up as a threat, like immediately following it. I think Jean-Michel is definitely the bigger threat of the two. Was Amber 18th pick on All-Stars? Depends on how you look at it. I mean, like, the thing about All-Stars is that, like, supposedly Mark Burnett had a cast written down from the beginning, and essentially the cast that was on the show was that cast. Just swap out Elizabeth Hasselbeck for Amber and swap out Colleen for Jenna. Like, I believe the rest of this cast was, like, 1-for-1 of what he wanted from the very beginning. So it's like through that logic, then yeah, her and Jenna were like the last 2. But like realistically, it's like again, Elizabeth and other person, Colleen, we're like never gonna say yes anyway. So it's like I assume they were just the backups anyway. I mean, Heidi supposedly wasn't on his initial list at least. And to be fair, if you have Jenna there, I don't know if you like need Heidi. Especially because like I think also an intention with the cast is they wanted a lot of season 1, season 2 people. Because season 1, season 2 were the 2 most popular seasons. And they were trying to get like some of the old audience back. So yeah, I think that was a factor there too. To where like I don't think they were like as incentivized to bring back like someone from Amazon unless they were like a really, really big star from it. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, is Historic still here? Hopefully he is. Alright, let's see. Let's check if Historic is in the... Oh, Historic left, right? Oh, no, wait, no, it's the Historic, right? Oh, he still left. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll just do random number generator then. Alright. Alright, let's see. So what do we got? We got... Okay, let's pause this. Alright, we'll do row first. So do row 2. And then got 14 people in that row. 1. Okay, so Val Collins! The iconic Val Collins off the board. Well, there we go. What an icon. Yeah, Jaws next. Oh yeah, is Cowie still here? I forgot about that. I think that was who wanted to join, right? If Cowie's here, yeah, maybe I'll let you pick in place. Now that Cowie's still here, though. Yeah, Cowie's gone. Way, all right, way off the board. I would say a little bit early for Way, but see for Way's not. No, Way's fine. Ray Ranger's next. Pre-expected. Yeah, obviously. I get. Yeah, I've been saying this for literally years. That Survivor 50 is gonna be returnees. And again, Jeff literally said it himself like a year ago. So I don't know why this is like really news outside of the fact that he like obviously like all but confirmed it. Like he did, like that's obviously why. Because like he explicitly says Survivor 50 is gonna be returnees. But like it's not like that much news for me. I do think it's interesting though how this is gonna affect the Survivor community though. Because again, like we're knowing about this so early. Like it's still a year until filming. Like 47 hasn't even filmed yet. Again, that's not true though. Like yeah, he claims that this crowd, they convinced me that Survivor 50 has to be returning. It's like it was going to be anyway. Like what are you talking about? I already put Way on. I'm waiting for Ray Ranger's pick. Thought they Salah being the upcoming winner of All Stars 5? Sure, why not? Yeah, it's gonna be insane to pregame. Again, we still have an entire year before the season starts, where you would assume some of these people are gonna be pre-gaming. I would say that this is probably the best case scenario for Jesse, though, right? To do a whole bunch of pregame. Because he is pretty fucked if he doesn't, I feel like. It's actually really weird. I think coming into 50, does Jesse have the biggest target on his back? I think he might, right? I mean, maybe like Rick Devens. Maybe. But like, I think like out of the new era people though, I think it might actually be Jesse. Take Xander. Well, there we go. Xander Hastings. Yeah, there was a reunion between Xander and Liana, right? This week? Is that something? Imagine like how much pre-gaming Xander does just to not get on the cast. Like that'd be kind of funny. D, I don't know if D has that big of a target. Like I think people are gonna know. Like I think she'll have a target in the way that like Kim Spradlin had a target, which like is a target. So, but like I don't think that like she's gonna be first boot or anything though. Like I think it's gonna be like okay, she's gonna have like people like being aware of like how she plays the game. Definitely gonna be threatened by her, but I don't think anyone's coming for her early. Like I don't think D is an early boot if she comes back, but I think she's pretty screwed long term though. Queen Trish from Kageyama. Well, there we go. Actually, I never watched her episode of Steak on the Grass. which like I assume it's not that great considering I haven't heard anyone talk about it. But I kind of forgot I never watched it. Yeah, Justin's next. I believe these are your last two picks because that's literally how the first round works in this draft. Is that you literally pick first, and you pick two picks back to back, and then that's literally it. Yeah, I remember that scene with Xander and Liana. I believe Liana had a boyfriend though at the time, at least. Yeah, I think it'll be anybody for the most part. Like, I mean, like I don't think there'll be that many old schoolers anyway, but I don't think they're gonna limit it. Like, sure, I don't think there will be any old schoolers. And if there are, it'll be like people that we've seen recently anyway. So it'll be like Suri, maybe Malcolm, even though is Malcolm even old school? I guess he is in terms of like first half or second half of Survivor, but like, like, I think it'll be predominantly like 35 and up. Troyzan and Tom from NZ. Oh, it's Stephanie Gross. Wait, okay, so what are your two picks? Yeah, Recipe Stone, yeah. I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, but yeah. Actually, I'm trying to think. So that means like all the older people from Borneo have now passed away, right? These BB, Rudy, and Sonia. So many tests died in April. Is that really a thing? Okay, so your official picks are Troy, Zan, and Tom. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Wait, Stephanie's not even on here. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I'm not even paying attention. I love it. Like, I literally just saw like Stephanie the Gross's name, and I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely for the draft. Yeah, okay. Which also, Stephanie Grosso would not even make it this far, right? Like, she would have been picked by now. Anyway, alright. Carson's next. Adam Klein is not going to be on 50. I did see Dwight post a tweet of, like, or was, actually, no, was it Dwight? One of the alumni posted a tweet of, actually, I think it wasn't Dwight. Who was it? But someone, like, posting themes for 50, and, like, one of them was Adam versus Jeff or whatever. What words did it bring back? Like, Jam Jam, Marianne, and D, I think are the three most likely. Okay, I did not mean to do any of that. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, I think those are the three most likely winners. I don't think they're bringing back Gabler or Erica. If Kenzie wins this season, I think Kenzie's definitely a possible returnee, right? If we're talking about like pre-Winners at War winners, I don't think any of them will actually be on. But I think there's at least like a chance of like Michelle. I think there's a chance of like Tyson, a chance of even like Sandra. Like, theoretically, a chance of Boston Rob, but not really. Oh, yeah, Natalie Anderson, yeah. I think that might... Well, I guess, like, a chance of Wendell. Jeff is not happy if Adam on Fire podcast. Oh, yeah, Ben. Yeah, definitely Ben. Well, actually, I don't know. I think Ben will almost definitely say no. But too, I mean, like, yeah, like, I thought that, and then he fucking does, like, 2 seasons of the challenge back-to-back, so, like, who fuck knows? Like, maybe he's not anti-reality TV, but, again, I know Winners at War, was not a great experience for him. So I'm not, like, yeah, I don't know how much he's, like, dying to play Survivor again. I don't think Sarah's coming back. Even, like, I think unless it's, like, Winners at War 2, I don't think I expect to see Sarah ever again on Survivor. Like, I don't think they're just randomly bringing Sarah back. I think Sophie is, like, possible, kind of, but like not really. Like I don't expect her. Again, we're saying there's like 5 tiers of like returning chances. Like 5 is locked in, 1 is no chance. I would give her like a 2. Where it's like, okay, there's like, yeah, I mean maybe, but like not likely at all. Daniel De Lorenzo, it would be funny as fuck. Probably also a 2. Think Zeke. Oh, that actually did a lot of damage. Actually, Zeke the Slate's pretty good, I feel like. Actually, really, this is like a pretty good grouping of people. Until it's not. I guess like the final round, like back half of the final round will be rough, but right now it's still pretty good. Yeah, Rio Ranger is next. I wish Shane Powers would come back. Danny De Lorenzo or Candace? Danny De Lorenzo. Anyone from Winners at War is back. I think a few new era slots will go to 35, 39. Who didn't get a chance? Yeah, again, that's what my ideal would be. I think the question is how... I don't know how big they're going here. Well, the thing is, I don't think they are going big in terms of, like, I don't think they're doing, like, Legends or anything like that. But it's like, again, if we're getting a general, like, all-star season, like, if it's, like, essentially Game Changers 2.0, like, how big of names are they going? That's my question mark. But I think in the ideal world, it would be, yeah, like, 35 to 39 people. I would even include, like, 33, 32. Maybe even, like, 30. If there's anyone from 30 they would even want to bring back at this point. But, like, I think even those, like, seasons didn't really get their due. Like, get, like, many opportunities to bring back people. BBU is not coming back this season. Or this year. That's already confirmed. Oh, did she win? Sky won? That's kind of funny. So he's gonna update his original 41 cast video. Take Zach Wurtenberger. Well, there we go. Yeah, you're taking I don't know. What do you pretend to? He like pretended to be on Squid Game, right? That was his thing. Well, whatever. Jaws next. But like Naya's fine. I think Naya is great TV. At least old Naya is great TV. Not likable person. I think modern Naya is seemingly a better person. And not as good TV. But I don't like dislike her or anything. Oh, by the way, I just realized this. Actually, this didn't even click on my mind. I just realized that it's like a Menace's account is banned or whatever. Or like whatever it is, whatever happened to your account. It literally has you as unknown user from like last stream when you gifted subs. It has you listed as unknown user gave out community sub. So that's kind of funny. Tyson. Yeah, Tyson's a pretty good pick for the slate. The question is just, do people remember who the fuck Matt Tyson is? But if you do, I feel like that's a good pick in round 3. Alright, Historic's gone, so we'll do random number generator again. Alright, row 1. Got 1 through 8. And I typed in the wrong number. It is Trish Dunn. What an icon. Trish Dunn would have been a great final round pick. Oh, did I ever take Wanda off here? Oh, I never took Wanda off. Wait, are we at the right number of people? Okay, we are. Alright. So yeah, Julian is next. Yeah, what'd you do to get your account banned? They're trying to erase you from history. Yeah, that is the thing. They've already erased you from my activity feed. Yeah, I did see that Naya is hooking up with, or supposedly like hooked up with Josh initially, and then like eventually hooked up with Kylan. Which, yeah, good for Kylan. Um, Time Historic almost won a draft when he's gone the entire time. I mean, we'll see. Can't wait to see him win with Val Collins and Trish. Vetus. Actually, you have a pretty stacked team so far. Yeah, 2 winners and a returning player at least. Yeah, biggest party's next. You've never run draft 4? Obviously. That's obviously never happened ever. Any pre-mergers in 50? Probably not. I'm trying to think, like, who would be a pre-merger that would be in consideration? Like, legitimate consideration. See, I don't think any of those are really in consideration. Brad or Natalie. Sarah Wade, even then, I don't think Sarah Wade is that likely. Sabaya, maybe. Sabaya is definitely possible. JD, I'm not sure anymore. I don't think Banu is coming back. Brando, I don't think Brando's coming back. But I think Sabaya is probably the answer. I think Sabaya is definitely someone that could. Bryce, I mean, that'd be cool. I'll be happy with that. I think Brad's more possible than I give him credit for. I don't. So, I mean, that plays into the statement. But no, Brad's not coming back. Maddie, I don't think Maddie's coming back, but it's not impossible, I guess. Matthew, I also don't think at this point. Janine, are we talking about Justine? Is that who you're talking? Jelinski. I don't know what Jalen, like again, like hearing, so when the On Fire podcast for the premiere came out, it's like, so like Jeff was like kind of like seemingly in a same mind state as like Banu with Jelinski. It's like, okay, he made like for a great TV this time, but probably doesn't have much potential in the grand scheme of things. Like, I think that's kind of his vibe from Jelinski, but considering like how big Jelinski seems to be in like the online community now, like, yeah, what if Jelinski does have a chance? Oh no, Wanda got picked a while ago, right? I think I accidentally, I forgot about Wanda still being there until like a pick or so ago, and then I fixed that. But yeah, Wanda was picked a bit ago. I just forgot to take her off. Yeah, obviously, I mean, Jelinski is a legend, so. Jackson's not coming back. But no, I think more than likely there probably won't be any pre-mergers here. I think there's just too many people for them to be taking pre-mergers. Where I think Sabaya is probably the most likely. And again, it's not even like from a it's not even like from a oh, they made for good TV the first time, or like they weren't around enough. I think it's simply because like the people that make it further are going to be the people that stick in their minds like more, right? Because like at the end of the day, it all comes down to like how much they're in productions. Productions, I don't know, minds. I don't know, that's the right phrasing. I don't know. It's like how much is production looking at them at this point? To like, I mean, like if there are people that were booted early and they do think there's a lot of potential with them, then like they definitely could come back. I just don't know if there are those people that they would rather see back over people that did make it further. I should take Survivor Legend Willard. I think I'm good. But yeah, Tori, pretty good pick for this point. Not that Tori's like a good player or anything, but like, yeah, at least fun personality. Menace is next. Imagine Nekon. Do I think Nibble can win? Not really. I think he's gotten like a weird edit. Um, I do think someone that can win though, someone that I'm also looking at pretty highly, is Dominic. I think Dominic's also someone that I'm looking at as like a potential like Nicholas. Um, yeah, Tanuke is a steal. I was actually going to take Tanuke. Tanuke got back to me, but yeah, that's kind of insane. No one took Tanuke. I think it's a question: do people know who Tanuke is? All right, where am I at now? I have Victoria and Tom Schwartz. All right, not a great grouping of people left. I mean, there's some like fine people. The problem is that I think there's two people I would consider right now. I think actually no, fuck, there's three. I think I have to go for it. Because if I don't, then someone like one of the later like meme pickers is gonna pick them. So I think I gotta work hard, play hard. I gotta go Zoe. I can't miss out on getting Zoe on my team. If I only could fucking spell her last name right. God damn it. There we go. I technically want other people more than her, but I'm like, I just think it's funnier to have Zoe on my team. Then Dobbs next. Yeah, I think Raph is, yeah, probably the least likely to win a challenge. Yeah, like Tony is the person I was thinking of. Wait, Matt, so are you saying you wanted Tony instead? Or... Yeah, Tony is the person that I was looking at, though. Yeah, I'll give him the Dov, Tony. Yeah, again, if I was like drafting genuinely, I would have picked Tony at this point, but I'm also like, it's funnier I get Zoe. Oh, fuck Tony? Okay, cool. Your Viver's next. Why do you hate Tony? Oh, you're saying I should have taken Tony instead of Tanuke. No, I would have still taken Tanuke, I think, above Tony. But I would have taken Tony after you had taken Tanuke. I have one other person. Actually, maybe I won't go with that person. Maybe I'll go with someone else. Yeah, I think I know who I'm picking last round if they get back to me. Yeah, Yoviver is next. Well, I say Nicole Capper is an all-time great character? Not really. But too far, I don't remember Iron Secrets well enough. But no. Play Lego Harry Potter. I own one of them. Like one, it's like I think it's years 1 through 4 or something on PS4. Or is it more than that? It might be all of them. I don't even fucking know. I own something here, Lego Harry Potter related on PS4. Rob King Tyrone. Well, there we go. I do really like Tyrone. I think Tyrone's an underrated character. Yeah, Lion Mountain's next. Is Lexus worse than Avery and Kayla? I'm not sure where I'm landing on that yet. I was kind of thinking about... So I have recorded the first, like, half of the BBCAN 11 player ranking. So I've essentially recorded up to number 9, because I feel like those spots are pretty locked in. But... Yeah, I'm a bit unsure where Lex is going to land. I'm also very unsure where Todd is going to land. Which is the main reason I only recorded up to 9. Because, like, I would have also recorded 8 if I was, like, solidified on what I thought of Todd, but I just don't know. So I decided to just not go that far. Brother's dead. Oh, no. I definitely care. Was that another chapter? Oh, okay. That was a short chapter. It was only like an hour long. Thank God we finished this game at some point. I mean, it was that's a funny moment, but like it's not like that was intentional though. Which I guess is like I don't know. I guess like doesn't have to be intentional, but like I don't know if that's like a big enough moment to where like I'm thinking of her as like an all-time great character. But she does she values strong men like Nathan, like Rob, and like Doral. There's 14, I believe. So we are over halfway. That is something. Is Limo still here? He's in chat. Okay. I think it's your turn. Anthony V. Bailey, Avery, Lexus, Kayla. I don't know where Lexus goes. I think it's tough now because like it does look like Lexus is gonna struggle winning a jury vote. See, right now I'm also Todd below Tola, as of right now. Where yeah, I think Todd is probably the biggest GOAT on the board. I don't think Todd beats anybody at the end. I also think Todd. Well, it's not. I think Todd did get saved by Twist, where he would have been booted week 4 had it not been for the executive veto, and that was the position where he was against Tola, right? Yeah. It's where yeah, I just think like I think as of right now I would say Tola above Todd. But yeah, if Todd gets to like final 2 or something, then like I'll probably switch it. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. It being unintentional makes it better. Yeah, I guess. I think Holly stealing Dan's shoes is the 5 funniest thing that happens forever. I don't know if it's like top 5. It's probably like top 20, maybe. It is absurd. Like, it is insane. That's the thing that happened. But I would say there's funnier moments. Oh, Stephanie got her mashed potatoes. I wonder if she like hates mashed potatoes. Should we just do random numbers? I mean, like we're late enough here that's like doesn't matter that much. I think, and also it's like he's picking Wendy, Joe, and Vince Sly, so it's like it really doesn't matter that much, does it? Actually, that's funny. The random number generator literally gave him Tom Laidlaw, so it's like that's probably like worst case scenario, right? I don't know. Do I give him Tom Laidlaw? Because that is funny. I think, yeah. I think we've waited long enough. I'm giving Lymel and Tom Laidlaw. There we go. Tom Laidlaw off the board. Gwen is next. Eden Chronicles. It's pretty fun, but it does feel a bit dated. Yeah, I think that's what... Yeah, that was what Sork was saying, right? Yeah. That's kind of what I was expecting from that game. Basically, it's a spiritual successor to Suikoden, which I know is like this big like cult franchise that people love. That like I assume it's just a modernized version of that, but like just not modernized enough. But yeah, I just don't know when I'll have time to play it. Ziggy, interesting. Okay, Ziggy was the other person I was considering because I actually liked Ziggy a lot more on my last rewatch of that season. Not that she's like a great character. I like she's a fine character, but like I don't know. I did find her more likable this time around. Yeah, Waluigi is next. I feel like it's kind of insane that certain people are still here. That we're like getting into the final round and like there's still I don't know, a certain 2-time player. Which again, that turn-time player hasn't aged well, but I'm so surprised. That person's here. Does JC beat everyone on 20? Definitely everyone by endgame. I don't know if he beats like Haley, but to be fair, there's definitely a chance. Will Sims, obviously. There we go. That's the classic Waluigi. Picking Will Sims. And who is your other pick? Your final pick. The final pick in the draft. Played Those Who Remain. I actually sold that game. I don't think I even... actually, is it on Game Pass? I don't think it is, right? I don't sell games. That was actually one of the few games I've sold. Or I should say, I don't sell... I haven't sold modern games, but that's one of the few games I've sold. Because the one time that I bothered to trade in games... Willard Smith. Well, there you go. Recently, like, that was one of the games I traded in. I still need to get back on that. Again, like, I have so many fucking games I need to get rid of. And, like, I can't imagine moving. And, like, having to actually move all this shit again. Like, this is gonna be fucking miserable. Like, by the time I move next, which I don't know when that's actually gonna be. Because I don't know if I care enough to find another place, but I don't know. But it's like, yeah, by the time I move, I would have to sell the shit because there's no fucking way I'm moving everything again. But I'm still gonna keep a lot of it anyway. But still, next game pickup video, I have no clue. What have I bought? I've actually bought. I could do a pickup video. That could be actually kind of fun to do. What was my live reaction when Varner outed Zeke? Like this is terrible. I mean, like I don't know. It's like I mean, like this is not fun. Like this is Varner just showing that he's a dick. I will say I was probably a lot more like, what's the right term? Like forgiving of Varner at the time. Or I was like, okay, this is like a bad moment for Varner. Varner's like obviously doing something very wrong here, but I think I was definitely still like, well, this doesn't mean Varner's like a terrible person. Well, I think now I'm at the point where like, oh no, Varner is actually a terrible person. Which, to be fair, I think he's kind of shown himself to be more of a terrible person as time has gone on. But yeah, I think I was a little bit more forgiving of him at the time than now. But I still obviously thought it was like a terrible thing to do and everything. Yeah, what the fuck is Those Who Remain? I mean, yeah, like, I don't know why I even bothered playing it there. Because I literally played it for like 10 minutes. I literally walked up to the door, saw it was locked. I was like, okay, let's walk around, see how to get in there. And after like 5 minutes, I was like, I don't care. Like, why am I playing this? Yeah, I still bothered to talk about it for like no fucking reason in that video. But where are we in the draft again? Oh, yeah, it's Gwen. Gwen has the final pick. Take Tyler. I mean, Tyler's decent last pick. Yeah, next up is Lion Melon, who is gone. Right? Is Lion Melon still gone? I don't think I've seen Lion Melon in chat still, right? So, random number generator. I'll just do 1 through 12 because there's 12 people left. We got 10. Who's that? Yeah, Yasmin. Thank God. Thank God someone picked Yasmin. Yasmin Giles off the board. Your Viper's next. Oh, yeah, okay. You're picking Big Tom. And that is insane that you got Big Tom in the... It's like people are like handing you the win. It's like, what are we doing? I'm too fair. Like, how'd you pick Tyrone over Big Tom, though? But still, Big Tom is a pretty insane final round pick. But yeah, Nadav is next. The edit portrayed Varner's Zeke situation is terrible or well known. I'm like, okay, like how do I think they portrayed it, or like the thing is, I think they portrayed it as a learning moment, right? Like I think the way they want it to be perceived is that, oh, this is like, obviously this is a terrible thing Varner did, but this is a thing that we can like learn from. Where like I think it's like to be fair, I think the way it's edited is the kind of the way I reacted to it at the time, but it's also like not a way that you can really look at it now. Where I think now when looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, one, Varner's a terrible person and continues to show that post show. Um, but also it really just ends up like tainting the rest of the season. Where like the like moment there just like pays like dividends for down the road, which like I don't think that really is emphasized well enough. Like it kind of is, I believe, in the merge episode. But like it causes like Zeke to be a pretty big target following that. And then Zeke also like is not really in the right state of mind for the rest of the game. Um, and I think that kind of explains like why he's just like flip flopping through the game constantly at that point. Um, it does like to me like leave this pretty like negative stint there, but um, I think stink is the right word, right? Not stint, whatever. But like I think the way it's portrayed at the time though is this like big like sympathetic moment um of like see these people like supporting Zeke in this instance and um like trying to like tell people why it's wrong and that sort of thing. Um Tyrone's more of a meme pick. Yeah, I mean yeah, definitely he could have been picked in the time there. Wardaw. Well, there we go. Did you get? No, you didn't have War Dog. Who had War Dog again? Oh, Gwen had War Dog. See, whoever had War Dog should have had War Dog. All right. So somehow I got my person, the person I set out to get since my last pick. Well, ever since Tony got picked, I should say. I am picking. As mentioned previously, the Queen of Chickens. I am picking Wendy Diaz, which Wendy is fantastic TV, by the way. Like having just rewatched Edge of Extinction not long ago, Wendy like really makes that pre-merge. Obviously, like outside of like certain gameplay things that happen, but like in terms of like character stuff, like Wendy is like the star of the pre-merge there. But yeah, Menace is next. I can't wait to see you pick Vusi. Is anyone going to pick Vusi? Thought them pre-merge character? Maybe. Who do I have on the list? Like, who's number 10 on that list? Let's see. Fuck, that video was not even 20 minutes long. I didn't realize that video was so short. Video only got 6,000 views. Can this load? Alright, who's number 10? Brad? I don't know if she's better than Brad. I think it's tough, actually. Fuck, there's so many good characters. Okay, so like, I don't know if I would have Lacey, Stacy, Sandy as high anymore, but I don't know if it's enough to knock them out of the top 10. Dave Cruiser, like I think I would have Brad higher. I think Dave and Vince would probably stay about the same. Jatia. I think Jatia and Natalie probably should have been above Sandy, Stacy, Lacey. I think is what I should have done there. And then does Wendy cut in somewhere? Like, I think Wendy might end up being, like, around Jatia. It's like, maybe leapfrog Vince. Maybe take Dave out of the top 10. And then I just don't know where I would land Brad at this point. But, yeah, I think Wendy might make top 10 at this point. Imagine Brad on Edge of Extinction. I mean, imagine. I can't wait to see Brad on Survivor 50. Like, as much as I don't think it's going to happen, it would be fun. Like, I would enjoy that. Is Will Wall racist? I don't believe so, but I do believe he is conservative. But I don't think he's racist. And he's also super religious, right? But anyway, all right, Will Wall off the board. Um, Biggest party is next. Stop the tapes. um, Pick Vusi. Well, there we go. All right, Vusi off the board. Thank God. Um, oh my God, Mafu. Wait, Mafulela? That's his last name? Whatever. But yeah, biggest party's still next. Showing some friends, token she. Oh, this is yeah, her pulling. Yeah, that's a funny moment. Take Vince. Yeah, Vince is a pretty good pick. I feel like for final rounds. Like Vince is a pretty like decent character. The problem is that he's obviously an IOI, and like who the fuck remembers IOI at this point? But he's pretty decent. Julian's next. By the way, also I think there's another pretty decent character left. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Wes Nail should not be here either. Like Wes Nail is being kind of slept on. How dare you not remember the guy that asked Jeff Probst about 2.5 Men? Zoe or David Zaharakis in what? But yeah, Julian picks Wes again. That's the pick. Historic is gone, so I guess we'll do random number generator. We got what 1 through 5. 1. Tony from NZ. Tony Deane. What an icon. Alright, Jaw. You have between Whitney Duncan, Will Wall, Eve, and Zach. It's like not even like the worst grouping. I mean, like Zach's probably gonna end up being final pick, I would assume. But even Zach's like not entirely bad, considering he had like at least a bit of redemption on All Stars. Gonna get ready for bed. Well, all right. See you in like 30 minutes then. But yeah, in terms of Zoe versus David, I mean like David's obviously the better player. I think Zoe's the better character just because David wasn't on the fucking show. TJ or Arissa? I think that's an interesting question actually. I think right now I would probably go TJ. I think I'm enjoying TJ more in All Stars than I'm enjoying Arissa on BBCAN. I think career though, I would say probably Arissa than TJ. Yeah, Jaw picks Will Wall, which makes sense at this point. Ray Ranger, you have Whitney Duncan, Eve, and Zach. What icons? It's still mind-blowing that fucking Whitney and Keith were on Amazing Race. I mean, I don't like. I have nothing against Eve, personally. I would be fine with having Eve on my team if it fell to me in this way. Yeah, like considering like most other drafts, like Eve as like the person you're left with, is like not bad. Actually, let's even look at like what was last draft. Actually, I don't think last draft was that bad either. But who was it? It was Spencer Dunn, which yeah, to be fair, that's not that bad either. Then it was Scott Pollard two drafts ago. It was Roger Sexton 3 drafts ago. Then who is that? I think it's Nina from 30 was some drafts ago, but either way. Man, it's been worse than Eve. Tina is so mother? I mean, what is this?
Nope. Why do you gotta go out? Because I'm senior. Go ahead. I see your game. What game?
Oh, exactly, what game? uh, I watched any of the new Arrow spoiled? No, I have not watched any. I watched Finale spoiled. Because again, that's the thing we've been doing the last few seasons is that I'll look at spoilers at the end of my final stream before the finale. So like the 44, 45 finales I've watched spoiled, but the seasons themselves, no. Like the last season I've watched, like last U.S. season, actually even Australia I haven't watched spoiled since All Stars. Which was that before or after Winters at War? That was the same time. So I guess it would have been the same time either way. But anyway, yeah. So like Winters at War was the last U.S. season I watched spoiled. Which even then that was like unintentionally, where I got spoiled like by episode 3. Last season I watched intentionally spoiled was IOI. Going with legendary Mason Race 25 character Whitney, obviously. Genuinely, I actually don't remember their run on that season at all. I remember they get kind of like they kind of get sniped out, right? Or like it was one where it was like a leg where like everyone was like super close or something. But no. Yeah, Carson, final pick. I assume, yeah. Okay, Eve, cool. Again, Zach being final pick is like not the worst final pick. I mean, there's been worse final people for sure. Too bad it's not the best either. I mean, last time it was what fucking Susie from Champs Contenders 2, which like that's just kind of like that's kind of the Eve. Did they get U-turned? Actually, I didn't even remember them getting U-turned. Oh, is that how it worked out? Okay, maybe that. Okay, maybe I'm just misremembering. But I did remember that they got kind of screwed over. Are Keith and Whitney getting divorced? I actually don't even know. Because I haven't really been shocking that I'm not a big follower of Whitney Duncan. Let's see. I don't see anything right away, at least. Yeah, I don't see anything. They had a kid. I didn't even know they had a kid. And there's a picture of them together as of April 12th. So I assume they're still together. Yeah, Chris and Memphis. Yeah, they're getting divorced. Oh, and also you got Jamie and Eric too. Yeah, so that's a bit of a rougher situation. Oh, I didn't notice that. I passed 500 followers on Twitch. That's something. Were Keith and Whitney better characters on Amazing Race than Survivor? I mean, like they were at least on the show. It's actually insane, like how under-edited they are in South Pacific. That dog looks like shit. What the fuck? Why does that dog look so weird? Yeah, 500 subscribers. I still can't believe like, it's such a weird like looking back on like the channel's history. It's so weird to think about that that like I got like almost no subscribers for like the first like 3 months or whatever, and then I think I hit like 500 in like a week, like within like a week span or whatever. I'm trying to actually look it up right now. He's like, I went like a while, like I went like a good like because like, well, I started channel February. It wasn't until like May, right? That like I started to get any traction. Yeah, I literally went. Okay, what is this? I literally went the first month of the channel with 3 subscribers. Then by the end of month 2, I had 10. And then month 3, I had 32. And then month 4, I had 430. And then... Okay, how much is that? Then another 200. Okay, maybe the... I thought the rise was a bit sharper than that. But either way. Then 200 the following month. When did I hit I hit 1,000 around... Around September, right? When was that? Let's see. Yeah, August 29th. So that'll be what, like 5 months? No, 6 months in? Maximum possible subscriber count? Probably like 20. I think I've already reached like a lot of the people I'm gonna reach, which I'm fine with. I don't really care at this point. Again, like I'm at the point where like I get like about 200 subscribers a month, which is like not that good, but I also don't really care. Yeah, again, like in terms of subscribers, I think it's definitely plateaued out. Oh yeah, I forgot about the draft. Yeah, we'll do the fucking. Where are we at? So we're at 14 people. Let's do 554. Challenge season draft. We could. We'll probably do the winners at war draft at some point too, as in like winners of these drafts competing against each other. Oh, thank God we're fucking. Oh wait, it's not even us fighting in this. Whatever. All right, we got Justin, Carson, Radio Ranger, Jaw, and Historic, who only picked the first pick. There we go. Yeah, I should be hitting 14.2k in a day or two, so that'll be something. But yeah, like by the end of the year, I'll be at 15 for sure. But yeah, again, like I think sub growth is just like really stagnated. Dude, it's actually like there was actually a worse period where like ever since the Big Brother review actually, sub growth has been a bit better. Where I want to check this real quick. Yeah, okay, yeah. So within the last year, I've gotten 2.1 thousand. Within the year before that, I only got 1.6. So technically, sub growth has like gotten a bit better over this last year, but it's still not like great. And like obviously, like with YouTube, like typically when like wow, Radio Ranger won. Makes sense actually. That's a decent team. Sure, I did not even look at the teams at all. I mean, Yule's good. I think the rest of your teams. I mean, super. Tyson is third round's pretty good. I think Wei is second round is kind of like eh. Wall's final round's fine. And Historics. Well, Historics is just bad. We just can't pick it. Carson's is pretty decent until Eve, but again, it's the final round, so it's whatever. And then Justin's is kind of fine. Obviously has Tony. But I think Ray Ranger's probably the best team here. I would probably agree with that. Alright, what's next? So we got Julian. Biggest Party. Menace. If I could type. Me. And Nadav. There we go. But you should get rid of Spicy or Lexus. I think that's interesting, actually. I think there's arguments for both. Obviously, because like Spicy's someone that like would be here at the end, and is the only person that could be here at the end. However, Lexus obviously is more attached to Anthony, and someone that I think Anthony will at least try harder to make it further with. And it's, again, someone that she could be at the end. So it's like, I think it's kind of a tough position. Because, like, I think there's the world where you want Spicy V around as someone for Anthony to go for. I think in this spot, I think I personally would go for V. But I think there is an argument for both. I think if I'm Anthony, I think I would be going for Bailey. I think if I'm Bailey, I would be going for V. I think if I am Todd, I would be going for probably Anthony. Obviously, he can't, but like I guess like of the situations that are available, I think for him, maybe I think it's a debate between are you trying to win or are you trying to just get to the end at this point for Todd. Where it's like if he's trying to win, obviously he needs Lexus in the game. But if he's trying to get to the end, I think cutting Lexus is his best chance at getting to the end. Yeah, I think it's very unlikely that he can win. By the way, I won the poll. Who do I even have again? Oh yeah, I had Victoria Baymonde. So I mean, obviously I had to win. Actually, looking at the other teams, like I think like Julian's is probably the most traditionally good team, but again, I have Victoria Baymonde. So I mean, obviously. Alright, yeah. So final one, or final preliminary one. Yoviver, Lion Melon, Gwen, and Waluigi. Which, hopefully not Yoviver. Yeah, I'm personally... Actually, do you vote meme or do you vote... Like, I think I'm personally going to vote Gwen. Though, of the meme teams, I feel like... it's tough, actually, because I think Lion's Melon's start is better. I think Waluigi's ending is better, but that's obviously because Lion Melon didn't pick his end. Oh, I'm almost dead. I should probably use something. Oh, cool. Pretty much everyone on the jury had Todd last. Well, yeah, especially now that Tola is gone. Yeah. Look at the people left in the game. Yeah, I believe that is the case. It's where outside, yeah, Tola obviously was like essentially pro men over women. Oh, Gwen actually won. Well, there we go. Thank God. Thank God. Yoviver's not getting more points. But also like me getting points is pretty pointless in this situation too. But either way, all right. Final poll, and to determine who's in the winners at war draft, we got Radio Ranger, we got me, and we got Gwen. So there we go. Hey, Circle. We just finished the draft. Outside of that, I mean, just more of the same. A lot of talk about Survivor 50, because obviously we got Jeff confirming it, because I could never have guessed that Survivor 50 was going to be a returnee season. You got Rob, your 10 10th draft win, third in a row. Did you really win the last two? Actually, did. That's insane. How did you even win the last two? Oh, oh no, I'm pushing the wrong button. God damn it. I accidentally created more draft sheets. Close all of these. There we go. Alright. Is poll done yet? No, it's actually not. No, there we go. Gwen won at the last second. I was actually just about to vote for Gwen too. To avoid me winning. Who'd Gwen have? Venus, Wardog, Ziggy, and Tyler Fredrickson. That's fine. And so Venus is going to be in the Winners at War draft. So there we go. Second with Victoria oh my god, I can't pronounce her last name. Baymonde. Get my queen. And Ray Rangers in third, despite probably actually having the best team. At least, like, on paper, I think it's maybe the best team. I mean, like, maybe the best team on paper is, like, Julian's. But, like, Julian's, what? Tom Westman, Wendell, Vetus, and Wes Nail. Yeah, I think every other team is, like, a bit... Like, I mean, I think Ray Rangers, like has, like, Zach Wurtenberger, but at least, like, Zach's, like, obviously very notable presence now. And then Whitney, but, like, that's last round. Even then, for last round, that's not that bad. I guess the biggest parties is actually pretty good. I actually don't feel like I really realized that until now. Because, like, I mean, like, Laurel being picked is, like, kind of whatever, but, like, again, Jam, Tori as a third round is pretty good. Vince as a final round is pretty decent. So I think in retrospect that was also a pretty good team. Yeah, Survivor's pretty strong, too, obviously. I think take out Tyrone, which, I mean, Tyrone's a good pick, but it's, like, it's also kind of a random person. Alright, what am I doing in the game? Venus is disappointing to the Persian community. Sure. AK no, but whatever. First chance of Boss Rob on 50. I mean, like 10. Not a lot. But I think, like, not completely zero. Where I think Rob is, like, seeming to be more open to more reality TV, but again, I think he's much more likely to do, like, Traders than he is Survivor. But again, I think if it's a world where, like, he's offered, like, a ridiculous amount of money to do Survivor again, I think he'll do it. But I also don't know why we would do that again. Parvati, 0%. 0% chance Parvati is playing Survivor again. Where, like, again, Rob has shown, like, interest still. I don't think Parvati has shown any interest in playing Survivor again. Which, I mean, to be fair, she said the same thing before Winners at War, and so did Rob. However, again, Rob's had a bit of a turnaround where, like, Parvati hasn't. And I think Parvati's, like, a bit, like kind of over it. Like, I don't think she has that drive anymore. It was, so Rob did, Boston Rob did, like, interviews Deal No Deal Island. So, like, he was asked of, like, oh, why did you, come back for this show? And he was, like, talking about how, like, oh, I just got this, like, itch to play, these sort of games again. Like, he talked about, like, oh, now I would love to do, like, Traders and all that sort of stuff. To where, like, it very much feels like he's, like, back in the, like, reality TV sphere. Rob needs to hit the gym again. I mean, like, I don't know, he's still doing decent in challenges in Deal No Deal Island. Obviously, he's not in the shape he used to be at all. But, I don't know, he's still doing pretty well in those challenges, at least. Or, like, I still think, like, he's not, like, he's not going to be the weakest person on his tribe. I I mean, where's the word draft is just the team. Like, it's like we're going to be drafting the people from the winning teams. We're not going to be drafting, like, the people that won. And, like, it'll be like... Actually, should we do that? Like, because I actually, like, yeah, should we, like, only include the people that have won previous drafts in that draft? I actually never thought about that. But I don't know. I don't know if that. I don't know. Well, I'll think about it. Fuck me, dude. It's 83 people though. That's a lot of people to draft from. Because actually, that's kind of an interesting idea. But I don't love like blocking it off for people that didn't win a draft. But I don't know. I'll look at the actually. Yeah, let's look at the list. Like who has won one of these drafts? Like how many people is it? So we got Lion Melon, Jack, which Jack's not consistently here to where he'll for sure do that one. Me, Menace, Gwen, biggest party won one. I didn't remember that. Anish, Gwen again. Actually, Gwen's won that many. I didn't realize that. Me again. See, I think that's the issue. It's a lot of just the same people, right? Jakar's won. Menace won again. Really? Menace won too? Anish again. Yeah, I don't think we could do it. I think we could limit it to just the winners of the drafts. It's just like, it would just be like 6 people. Drafting 83 people. It's like, I don't think that's that interesting. And again, it's just like also like it'll probably be a pain to try to get everybody there at the same time. So I think it'll be again we'll be drafting the people from teams that have won, but I think it'll still just be like anybody that can join that draft. Actually, let's see. Actually, should that be its own series? Now I think about it. Because again, if there's 83 people to draft from that, I don't know if I care enough. I actually, but like, it could be an interesting series actually to like, where like, what if this was all just a qualifier? Like, what if like we just move on every person that was on a team that landed in the top 3, and then that was like, it's like that's a next set of drafts. Is like between, so like I don't even remember how many we just had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 drafts, I think. So like we would like mix like 4 of those drafts I guess probably that's 5 of those drafts together. So I guess it would be like 3 more drafts using only the top 3s. Or is that too many people? That's too many people, I think. Either way, I mean, like, it would be, like, more so, like, a tournament bracket sort of thing. I don't know if I care enough, though, because that actually, like, would require me to actually go back and, like, actually get all those groups together. Of, like, finding out who's moving on from all those drafts. But I think that could actually be kind of an interesting idea. Just the one who draft everyone who's done a draft. What does that even mean? Oh, yeah, am I going the wrong way? Oh, yeah, rank the baddies. Alright, let's see. Wait, the issue is that, like, this is in, like, a terrible format. When I, like, copied it. So it's, like, it's all, like, in one line. Alright, how do I make this better? Yeah, it's kind of tough. Alright, whatever, let's just... I'm trying to open it so I can have chat up at the same time. Alright, we got Jerry, Alicia. Well, actually, is this players in the grand scheme of things? I guess that's probably what I'm doing, right? So like Jerry's above Alicia. Sarah Jones is below. Sarah Jones is one of your baddies. Oh, Sarah Jones has never really done much for me. I don't know many I think in retrospect, like looking at old school Survivor, I don't think there's anyone that I would have like had a crush on. I mean, there's probably people I would have had a crush on at the time, but I think like now looking at it, like there's no one I would have a crush on from like early Survivor. I don't think. There's between crushes and baddies. I mean, like, so what is the definition of a baddie? What does a baddie mean to you? Will I have a crush on Heidi? No. I would be much more of a Jenna person than Heidi. Do I have a full definition? Well, is it just a feeling? It's a gut instinct. Wait, Jenna Maraska. Is Jenna Maraska better or worse than Jerry? I'll take Jerry's mate. Actually, I don't know. Who's better? I think that's tough. I think I would go Jerry. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nicole Delma. I think that's actually tough, Nicole Delma or Sarah Jones. Because, like, Sarah Jones, I don't think has any potential ever. But obviously made it, like, somewhat deep into the game. Well, like, I feel like Nicole Delma at least has some potential, but then just overplayed her hand. I don't know, I think I might go Nicole Delma higher. But I don't know. Dara Johnson? So, like, Dara... I should actually be writing this somewhere, right? Wait, actually, how can I have this open? Can I do that? No, that doesn't work. This... I guess that kind of works. It's kind of a pain to, like, make it so I could see all of it at once. Alright. So... How should I do this? Well, I'll just type out first names, I guess. These will take forever to actually... By the way, I guess I should post this in the chat. Yeah, so this is what I'm at least talking about. Oh, fuck off. Why is this a thing that, like, Twitch just, like, stops letting me pin things unless I refresh chat? That's really fucking weird, but whatever. Alright, what was it? Jerry, Alicia, Sarah, Jay, I guess, because there could be another Sarah, I guess. Jenna. Again, Jenna or Jerry? I think that's a tough one. I think, like, Jenna probably has more potential, I think. I think Jerry's Here's Villains game is probably better than Jenna's. Like, any of Jenna's games. But I don't know. I think it's kind of a tough one. I think maybe I would go Jenna, just because, like, I do feel like Jenna, like, I think Jenna's first game, even though again very flawed, I think is still better than Jerry's first and second games. And I do think if Jenna were to play again, I think there is, like, definitely a lot of potential. She plays better than Jerry did in Here's Villains. Oh, see you later, Big's Party. AKA see you in, like, half an hour. Can this fight be over with? There we go. Actually, I guess I'll... Okay, I guess maybe this is the way to do it. Alright. I'll delete names as I go through. So yeah, Nicole Delma, I think that's tough. I think if I were to do a ranking of every player, like when I do the ranking of every player for Survivor, I think Nicole Delma might be lower than Sarah Jones. But I think like naturally think of Nicole Delma higher. By the way, it's bothering me that I'm not putting last names, so I guess I'm putting last names. Um, Alicia Calloway, right? All right. So I'll put Nicole Delma bottom for now. Overall opinion of All Stars 4, I think it's good. It's not like my like I don't even know if it's on pace to like be better than All Stars 2 necessarily for me, but like it's good. Like it has a very good cast still. There's still like a lot of intrigue here, and like it's because like I'm spoiled on the season. Yeah, I'm still interested in seeing how like things play out. Like swap twist. I thought it was good, right? I mean, like I've always been a proponent that I do like schoolyard picks, where again, like I do think it leads to like some unfairness at points, but I do like that like that your like social strategy of like that like how you've played the game beforehand can affect how you're swapped. I do also like the addition of the twist where like one person can make a change or whatever. So yeah, I do like it. I do think that is an issue of like I think with the way that this like I think because the tribes are so unbalanced, it leads to a spot where like the fucking orange tribe has the majority on both tribes, at least initially, though obviously like the swapping ends up changing some things. Yeah, also that's like obviously the issue with the square pick as well. The fact that yeah, like the majority essentially will probably get their way in how the pick lays out. Because obviously like a lot of the picks are based around like where people are in the game and like what benefits them. So through that, like it's like obviously there's a chance someone gets like I mean like Ghislaine or whatever like was initially going to be swapped into a pretty bad position, would have been screwed over, but I think a lot of times people just get swapped over with their allies. Okay, cool. Oh, 100% Florence made the right call. Like that was actually something I'm kind of surprised Florence knew to do, because I didn't get the sense that Florence was that like good of a player up to that point. But yeah, that was like 100% the correct call. Got screwed by a schoolyard pick. Well, I feel that's typically how schoolyard picks go, right? They usually don't actually even go that well. Had to beg the majority to keep you by saying, I'll do whatever the rest of the season. So you still stayed? Or are you saying that was just your campaign and didn't work? The Nicaragua swap is good. Captains get randomly drawn. I get to pick a few people, but not the entire team. Yeah, I think that's good too. I've always liked like schoolyard pick like aspects to swaps, though obviously like Jeff hates them, so like we're never actually gonna see it again. But like I don't personally mind them. Like I've always liked how they did Guatemala's, which obviously isn't a schoolyard pick, but it's like I still like the aspect of okay, you answer these like questions that have like nothing really to do with the game, but like are still based around like how people are perceived, and then that determines how you get swapped. I mean, like the thing that was disappointing there is that like essentially if you're voted the person with the most like tribe pride, you're essentially swap screwed. That was something I didn't love about that, but like I still like that entire like kind of format to it. 100%, yeah. Biani, I mean, like, to be fair, like the what was his name, Charlie Quit was like kind of out of their control, obviously not, but like like because like obviously yeah they pushed Charlie to the point where he wanted to quit, but like also it's like why'd you quit? Like you're just dumb. So it's like that one it's like whatever, but obviously voting out Olivier was yeah that was bad from a like a long term perspective, and also Audrey was also one of the better female competitors, right? Yeah, where am I at? So I'm at Dara Johnson on here. I think Dara's better than Alicia at least. Probably not as good as Jerry, especially now. So I think she's third here. Eliza Orleans. Better or worse than Alicia? I think for Eliza. Okay, so I think this is interesting because I think Eliza is a better strategic thinker than Dara and Alicia. But is also like someone that isn't that well liked on either of her seasons. Someone I think struggles to win. Someone that does get outplayed on both her seasons. Yeah, like I said this before that like I think the thing about Olivier, I think it's bad. Like I think if this was like the end of the game, then this would have been good, right? I think like it's like a move that like I think for short-term positioning. Well, actually, I should say good because obviously she gets voted out next, and like Andre flips and that sort of thing. But like, I think like in terms of short-term positioning, I don't think it's the worst move in the world. I just think she fails at like keeping Andre in line the following round. But I think there is reason to get rid of Olivier. I just think like to do it at that point in a pre-merge situation, is yeah, that's probably too early. If I got swap screwed 4v1, what do you do to attempt in the VD strong mentality? I mean, could not tell you. I mean, obviously, like in that position where like the other four are so gung ho about sticking together. I mean, I guess at that point you would have to try to use proactive lies, but it's like realistically, it's like there's only so much you could really do. Their history quiz, like for down the road, probably not tonight, right? But like down the road, sure. Yeah, I think probably yeah. Allow Raph to go. That would have been fine. And yeah, after Raph, probably Olivier if you lose again. Yeah, I think that probably is the correct call there. Yeah, go look for an idol. Yeah. Where is it on this again? So yeah, is Eliza better or worse than like Dara and Alicia? I think worse than worse than Dara. I think better than Alicia. I think. But I think that's kind of close. Amy Cusick, I think, is better than Eliza. I think better than Dara. Above or below Jerry, I think is interesting. I think Amy's Vanuatu game is no, I think I have Jerry above. I think Jerry's Heroes of Villains game is better than any of Amy's games. I think Amy is like a really interesting player for a time, played a very dominant game, but I think she just was so flawed at like a lot of like minor points in that season where I'm like, I don't know. I think I would still give it to Jerry. Play ES Finish, pretty neat, like Firewatch more. Yeah, that's kind of my read from it too. Yeah, I haven't played many games either. Like since last stream, I think I've literally only played like not even 2 hours of Tactica, which I'm still enjoying. I just haven't had time to play it because I've been trying to get caught up on the BBCAN review, which I am caught up now. But yeah, I just haven't had time to pull what was that. But yeah, I haven't had time to play that, and then yeah, now I'm gonna be working on Amazing Race review, and so I don't know. We'll see. Like I want to get like I'm definitely gonna finish Tactica. I'm about halfway, I think. I just started the Second Kingdom, Which, like, I looked up like a list of like missions. I believe I'm pretty much like halfway, like a little bit before halfway, but like still, like I finished playing I plan on finishing Tactica. I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do the Baldur's Gate plan that we talked about, where like I'll probably start playing Baldur's Gate on my own and then probably stream it after that. So I think we'll do that, and then that might end up being it for the year in gaming video, but we'll see. Yeah, there's like, so I think there's like 52 missions or something like that, and like 23 of them or something is the first kingdom out of 4. So yeah, that is kind of ridiculous. I mean, Amy's mistake is that she gave Chris a break, but he didn't give her a break. Dude, Final Tribal, like, the Final Tribal of that season is so stupid. It's so ridiculous. Again, like, people give Chris a lot of credit and stuff, which, again, rightfully so, I guess, but, like, it's such bullshit. Like, every fucking thing he says there is such fucking bullshit. Yeah, obviously, yeah, a lot of it's tutorials. Which is, like, it's funny because, like, you get to the second one, like, it starts off with more tutorials. But, again, I'm really enjoying the game, though. Yeah, like, for a tactics, like, Persona... Like, it essentially feels like a genuine Persona 5, like, gameplay experience just within a tactical RPG. Again, narratively, it's just kind of a lot of fluff for me. Like, I don't really care about anything going on narratively. But I think, like, at least gameplay wise, it definitely feels like true to like the OG Persona 5. Which, I mean, Two First Strikers did as well for the most part. Just obviously translating it to like an action RPG. But I'm definitely enjoying Tactica more than I enjoyed Strikers, even though I think Strikers probably better narratively. Hey, the first boss's gimmicks? Is that a thing? Oh, is that what Menace was implying? Is that really what happened? That's kind of funny. The first boss was like, yeah, I mean, it was... I forgot, like, there was some part of it that I was confused at what I was supposed to be doing. But I didn't, like, I didn't get that frustrated. Too far, I'm playing on easy, though. So I'm not playing on normal, but still. I forgot. I think there was a part, like, it's a part where, like, you can't damage her, right? And you have to... Oh, that's what it was. The part where you have to, like, get her under the chandelier. That's the part that I was like, okay, this is kind of dumb. How the fuck do I do this? But eventually I got it. Christy Bennett Doherty, sure. Whatever for the win based on final, like, just Final Tribal performances. Like, I mean, like, both, like, I think, like, I guess Rich and Borneo, but, like, they're both not that great. Australian Outback, just on Final Tribal, Tina, but both are not good. Africa, Kim Johnson for doing just on Final Tribal. Because Ethan's pretty bad. Vesepia versus Nalia, I mean, they're both really bad also. I mean... Yeah, I genuinely don't even know. They're both really bad. Brian versus Clay. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Clay. I think maybe there would be an argument for Clay for just not taking game into account. Jenna Matthew. Jenna. Sandra Lil. Sandra. Even though Sandra's also pretty bad at points. Amber Rob. I'd probably still vote Rob, I think. At least Vesepia's playing. I mean, is that really based on Final Tribal? I mean, like, because, like, Nalia says that, okay, yeah, I didn't play until, like, until the merge or whatever. But it's like I don't think Vasepa even like vocalized her game at all in her final trial performance. Like her entire thing was like about how, oh, I didn't betray you, Kathy. Um, like I felt like a lot of her final trial performance is her not owning her game. But yeah, Chris or Twyla, I guess Chris, but it's mostly just because Twyla performed so poorly. Tom Katie. I guess Tom, but it's like I don't think Katie was given much of a chance. Danny Steph. Danny, I guess. I mean, yeah. Was it Ars Danielle? I don't even remember, to be honest. I don't even remember their final trial performances, really. Ozzy Yule Becky. Like none of them are that great. I mean, like Ozzy did, like Ozzy's like for a runner up is pretty decent. But I feel like I don't know, like Yule for me is like the clear number one game wise. But like I think the thing about Ozzy's that Ozzy's I think is a good final trial performance, but it's entirely based on things I personally don't care about. It's like I still think I would go Yule still. Um, yeah, Earl and Fiji still. Todd and China. Actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, actually, I forgot about that stuff. Telling Lydia, essentially, that yeah, I voted you out because you suck. um, yeah, Parvati and Amanda are both like not good, but I guess Parvati. Bob, Susie, Sugar. I guess Susie. I don't know. Real bad. JT, Steven, JT. Which Survivor contest is most likely to be a porn star? I mean, Ozzy. But I did see that someone posted that on the Survivor Circle Jerk Reddit of like create a cast using porn star. What was it? Create a Survivor cast using porn star lookalikes or something. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Imagine I did that video. Like that'd be so fucking funny. Like recasting Winners at War with porn star lookalikes. Like that would be so fucking funny. But yeah, Russell, Mick, Natalie. I'd probably go Russell still. Sandra, Parvati, Russell. I think that one's tougher. Yeah, I don't even know. Just some final tribal. If I would chase Sash, I'd go chase Rob, Phillip, Natalie, Rob, Aussie Sins. I think Tony being Johnny Sins makes more sense, right? Are there any actual like porn star like doppelgangers? Like any? I don't know. Not that I'm a fucking expert on like comparing porn stars to Survivor players. Sophie, Coach, Albert. On Final Tribal, it'll be Sophie, right? Kim, Chelsea, Sabrina. It's Kim still. Too fair, none of them are bad though. Well, I mean, like Chelsea's isn't great, but like Kim and Sabrina are both pretty decent. Philippines is tough. Probably Denise though, just because like Lisa's isn't bad, but I feel like we're not taking the actual game into account. I feel like Denise's argument is stronger. How's Ishin? I've kind of given up on caring about this game. At this point, I'm literally just playing it just to play it, but whatever. We need a Morgan McLeod doppelganger. Yeah, obviously. Chance of Andrea on 50, not high. Like, yeah, not particularly high. Probably will get availability call. I don't think we'll make it much further than that. Ron Jeremy would be cast as Nick, obviously. But yeah, where are we at in this? Cochran would be for Karamoan. Tyson would probably still be up for Blood vs. Water. Like, just on Final Tribal, I guess it's Wu over Tony, right? Actually, I don't know. They're both bad. So that's like, it's kind of whatever. My least favorite RGG game? Possibly, but like, I don't think I would like properly rate it. Just because like, it's obviously unfair because I'm not like paying attention anymore. um, and like, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm streaming it. Like, I think like, yeah, like comparing it to like Yakuza 3, which like I generally don't like. It's like, well, I don't know, is this worse? I wouldn't really know, to be honest. Um, from a at least from a narrative standpoint, I will say. I think like from a gameplay perspective, like it's just kind of whatever. Like I'm too it's in line with the previous Yakuza games. It's not really like anything too special in that front. Um, where like despite it taking place like in the past and everything, it doesn't feel that different. I mean, simply, me streaming Baldur's Gate 3 is simply a time thing at that point. It's like, again, I want to play it on my own so I can get a vibe of like the game on my own, but then I want to like still be able to play a little bit more of it. So like that would be why I stream it afterwards. But yeah, after that, what, like Nally? I think a lot of them after that are probably just voting for the winner, right? I think it would be Mike. Then, because like I think at that point we've gotten to the point now where like juries are like very clearly looking for like a specific thing that the winner ends up providing them. Like it's not really. I feel like it's usually pretty lopsided nowadays in terms of final tribal performances. Where I feel like a lot of, oh, thank God, my favorite fucking character. Like a lot of winners typically like, I don't know. Like I feel like it's tough to win with a bad final tribal performance nowadays. At least, well, I think it would be Adam. Again, actually, this is the thing. Like Adam's like a weird one where like maybe I wouldn't vote Adam because like I don't think his final tribal performance is one that I would gel with. Where it's like it's one where like I think it works. But it's not one that I like. So maybe I would go Hannah in that one. But the thing is, like, D's, though, like, I think D still gave the jury what they wanted. I still think, yeah, D's was not great. And to us, I probably would, I think that's maybe one where, like, I would consider Austin, just on Final Tribal. But, like, D does eventually give them what they want, and, like, telling them about, like, the Emily move, and tricking Austin, and all that sort of stuff. Five likeliest. Wait, was it? Why is the reply button covering it? There we go. Top 5 likeliest from 41 to return? Are we saying? Like, 1 is probably Xander. 2, Shan. Even though I don't think it's happening. 3, Ricard, probably. 4... Oh, no, Evie. Where's Evie in that? Maybe Evie's higher. That's probably the top 4. And then, like, 5th is, I don't know, maybe, like, Nasir or something. Yeah, Brad's not anywhere close. Like, Brad is, like, again, of the 18 people in the cast, I think he's probably, like, 14. Like, Brad is never playing Survivor again. I was supposed to, at any time Adam's spoken about tribal. Yeah, again, this is the situation where I'm like, I would not gel with it, but it works for that jury. But I guess if we're talking about like who I would vote for, then yeah, like I would vote for Hannah probably. Killarney played Survivor again. Yeah, but that was specifically on a cast of like pre-merge versus post-merge. And also in a situation where, like, the production saw potential in Clarny. I don't think Jeff Probst saying he sees potential in Brad. God damn it, I ran out of water. I do find the setting of Ishin fun. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm just not really interested in what's going on, and like I don't feel like the setting has really like benefited the game in any way. Above Danny, Voce. I think Voce is more likely than Brad. I would say above Sarah. I would say above Abraham. I guess above Heather. I think maybe Heather's more likely. And I don't think he's above Erica. Again, I don't think Jeff Probst has thought a single fucking second since 41 ended about Brad. Actually, where are we time-wise? Okay, we're still 240. How much further on again in the game? Oh, cool. Yeah, where was I at? Stephanie Grossa? Fuck, where's Stephanie Grossa as a player? Better or worse than Amy? I actually don't know. Never thought about that comparison. I don't think that matters. I think, like, again, like, I think they'll remember Heather more than they'll remember Brad. I think if you were to make Jeff mention moments from Survivor 41, I think he'll mention Heather way before he mentions Brad. Like, he'll mention fucking Heather's moment at the challenge before he mentions anything Brad did. Like, I don't think Brad did anything for Jeff. Like, knowing how Jeff, like, looks at the game as Survivor, I don't, outside of, like, just randomly finding advantages, I don't think there's really anything Jeff did, or Brad did, to make Jeff remember him. I mean, you would lose then. Because I can guarantee you, he will mention the Heather moment. Like, if you made him make a list of his top 5 moments from Survivor 41, that is 100% there. The broccoli line is not even a consideration. I don't think he fucking remembers it. I can guarantee you, Jeff Probst has not thought about Brad a single fucking second since Survivor 41 has ended. Like, I think if you were to make him, like, literally list out the entire cast, I think Brad is probably, like, outside of, like, Abraham and maybe Sarah, probably the last person he mentions. Again, the thing about Jeff is that Jeff is, like, so hyper-focused on, like big moments. Like, Jeff doesn't rewatch seasons. Again, he did say he rewatched Heroes and Villains before 40, but again, that, or after 40, in between 40 and 41. But, like, that was obviously, like, a very weird circumstance. As a whole, like, I don't think Jeff rewatches seasons. I don't think Jeff, like, really ever goes back to properly look at Survivor history. I think he just has these, like, big moments, like, etched in his head. Actually, that's fair. I think, yeah, maybe Brad more than Jeannie. I forgot Jeannie even existed through all this. So I think that shows you where I think of Jeannie is. But, again, when he's thinking of 41, I think the things he remembers, I think he'll remember Shan. I think he'll remember the Hourglass. I think he'll remember the Sean and Do or Die. I think he'll remember the Sean Heather Fire Making Challenge. I think he'll remember, again, Heather in the challenge, and that being an inspirational moment. I think those are moments that he remembers. I don't think he fucking remembers, like, Brad making a spy shack or whatever, and then, like, running to hide at the water well while Ricard and JD were talking. Like, that's a moment that he would not fucking remember. Billion% Jeff Probst does not know who the fuck Jerry Sims is anymore. Every South Africa winner's last name, Marawa. is Vanessa's, right? Lorette is like Mozart or something like that, right? I'm pretty sure it's not how you pronounce it, but it's like spelt that way, right? Gigi's is like Van something. I don't remember what the other part of it is. Heike is Berg. Graham Jenniker, right? Or Jenker, something like that. Tom Schwartz, Rob Bentelay, Nicole Wilmans, and Dino Paolo. Yeah, Shalarkwick. Either way. Jeff helps edit, though. But again, like, this was still, like, what, 5 seasons ago. And, like, again, Brad had to be, like, as focused in that episode because, like, he was actually that important to that episode. Like, he found, like, a billion advantages in the span of that episode. He literally gets voted out in that episode. It's like he goes on the journey. It's like he had to be in that episode. Oh, Jeff definitely remembers Natalie Bolton. Alexis Jones, I think that's a bit more of a question mark. But I think he definitely remembers Natalie. I was genuinely surprised he remembered Dara still. I did not think he would remember her name. Yeah, 100%. He definitely remembers So Kim more than he remembers Brad Reese. Like, that's not even a question. Like, I can guarantee you that. Because he likes So Kim. Because he's always looked at So Kim as a person that has, like, potential. I don't think he ever gave a shit about Brad after 41. Why? Probably because he just thinks she's hot or something. I don't fucking know. Because again, like, I mean, I don't know what there really is that's there. But, I don't know. He likes her for some reason. There it goes. I mean, again, just same old, same old. Yeah, where am I at on this anyway? Can Taj win a jury vote? Yeah, against, like, Aaron. I don't think she can win against JT or Steven, but I think she can win really against, like, most. Well, not most, but, like, can win against Aaron. I think she could beat Coach. I think Debbie probably. Nah, actually. No, yeah, I don't think she could beat Debbie. Yeah, locks for 50. Okay, like, if they want it, Carolyn, Emily, Rick Devens, Jonathan, Drea, I'm trying to think of, like, who's like Jesse probably. Carla is very likely. Cody is very likely. I'm noticing while saying this though, it's a lot of white people. Actually, I'm gonna look this up. Who do I have on my second chance cast? Which, by the way, when I make those videos, I'm gonna have to change the context a bit. Now that we know that 50 is like, now that we like have it in like out in the open, that yeah, 50 is definitely a returning season. Where is it? 50. Well, not 50. Fuck, casting. That's what I'm looking for. Second chance 2. Who'd I have on that? Okay, so we got Chrissy, Dominic, Angelina, Christian, Davey, Gabby, Rick, Drea, Hi, Jonathan, Cody, Jesse, Carla, Noelle, Carolyn, Franny, Austin, Emily, Caleb, Katura. That's who I have on my second chance cast as of right now. But yeah, who knows? It's gonna be second chance. Which if it's not, then like I think you'll add in Jam Jam, you'll add in Marianne, you add in D. Obviously we're gonna have more seasons between now and then. Also, this doesn't take into account 46. Again, I think it's a bit tough right now to really say, but like, I think the people that are going to stand the test of time, I think Carolyn for sure. I think Jonathan. I think Emily. And probably Jesse. I think those are like the locks. Q is very likely. I would say Q is, yeah. I think like seeing Q's reaction stuff, I would say I would expect him to want to play again. So with that, yeah, I would say Q is very likely. I can't wait to see Sneaky Steve back again. Well, Sneaky Steve's on Australian Survivor Season 10. It's definitely not out of the realm possibility. I mean, it's tough to rank like these people when like I'm trying to talk about all these like different things. A players, like why these players? Like this is just like a random assortment of people, isn't it? Oh, I guess this is the penultimate jurors. Is that what it is? Or penultimate pre-jurors? Is that what it is? Like Stevie. I think Stevie has more of a chance of returning to Australian Survivor than Brad does to Survivor US. Like 1,000,000,000%. Because yeah, Australian Survivor is like struggling for returnees. Survivor US has so many returnees. Like the problem with Survivor US is they have too many to pick from. Like Australian Survivor's in a spot where like they're really like trying to even get scraps. Yeah, penultimate pre-merge foods. The other people in the next few seasons are gonna ham it up to get on 50. No, I don't. I saw that people are like worried about that. Like, no, that's not gonna be a thing. It's just gonna be the same as people always have been. Because again, it's obviously there's still like this notion of like there's going to be a returnee season. Like it doesn't change anything. Like if anything, I think 49 maybe. I think 47, 48 no though. But 49, considering again it's literally filmed back to back. They're probably gonna leave at least 2 spots open. Just in case. Like, I think maybe in 49 you could see some people say that, okay, well, we knew next season was going to be returnees, so, like, on my way out, I, like, did something crazy to try to get brought back. I could see that. But no, I don't think it'll have that much of an impact, realistically. I would like to do that video at some point. I know that's going to be my next video, though. But it is something I would like to do. But again, why not just win Survivor 47, 48, though? Like, why would you want to, like, intentionally play bad in 47, 48 just to get called back for 50 when you're facing off against much more difficult competition? Like, that just seems like a completely, like, misguided plan. When you could just go on and win Survivor 47, 48. Unless, like, you specifically just want to win Survivor 50. Yeah, returning seasons are not easier. Like, when has there ever been a full-on returnee season that's easier? Again, that's the thing about Cambodia, why, like, so many people from Cambodia didn't want to play again, is because of how difficult Cambodia was. That's why, like, Jeremy said, I'm never fucking playing unless it's all winners. That's why Kelly Wentworth didn't want to play again until Edge of Extinction. That's why Joe said no to Game Changers. That's why also, like, Spencer said that he's never playing Survivor again after that season. Steven has continued to say that he'll never play again after that season. I mean, pre-game, but it's like, The thing about pregame, though, for 47-48, it's like, you're not going to have that much time. Because, like, 48 is going to film while 50... Or 40 is going to air while 50 is filming. So if you're on 48, it's like, it's going to be a weird spot, right? For pregame. Will Loved Ones Visit return? It could. I really don't give a shit if it does or not, though. But, again, pregame does not make... Pregaming doesn't matter, is the reality. If anything, actually, pregaming makes it more difficult because then you have more connections coming into the game, which means that you're more likely going to have to break more of those connections. When, like, pregaming very rarely ends up actually benefiting you in the game. Where it's like, when we're looking at, like, all of Survivor history, when are the points where, like, pre-gaming actually mattered? Like, it does for, like, okay, Boss Rob saves Amber, but it also cost him the game in making that move. It's like, you have, like... actually, what are, like, other real examples of it actually, like, truly mattering? Like, Game Changers with, like... Brad Culpepper, like, made deals with, like, everybody, but, like, he also betrayed almost all those deals. And yeah, like, fucking Varner came into Cambodia with this, like, locked-in alliance and immediately turns on that alliance, like, the first vote. But again, just because they pregame doesn't mean that, like, the game is, like, easy and everything. Again, like, what's the difference between, like, pre-gaming and also, like, making, like, giving glances to people in Ponderosa? It's, like, it's not that big of a difference. Towards, like, really, again, none of these things actually matter. Like, if they don't work for you in the game, then it's just not going to work anyway. Like, it's not like anything that you make pre-game is actually going to, like, have much substance to it. Unless, like, the circumstances around it already were gonna work out anyway. It's not like you're gonna, like, be in a really shit position in the game, and then, like, all of a sudden, because you're pre-gaming, you're, like, the one person you pre-game with is gonna, like, upend their entire game to help you. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, it's like your game would already have to be, like, your games have to be, like, entwined in that way to begin with. For it to actually matter. But again, that could also be a negative, like people knowing you outside the game. Where obviously it creates like a much bigger like target on you most of the time. Like, I think there's like ups and downs to it, where like I think like realistically, I think returnee seasons are much more difficult on the players themselves. And also, I think there's also this notion of, like, the first time around, it's for fun. The second time around, it's all game. To where, like, I think that also, like, lessens people's, like, fun on the return. Past connections also make you less aware, gives you a bigger chance of being blindsided. That's also... That is true. Like, it can go either way, and that's the point. Is that, like, I don't think there is, like, a thing of, like, okay, returnee seasons are easier because of pregame connections. Like, either way, it's, like, there's positives and negatives. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Rob Cesternino was, like, so locked in at Boston Rob because he thought he was friends with Boston Rob from pregame. And, like, he kept on, like, thinking, oh, there's, like, weird shit going on here, but, like, I'm not going home because I have a pregame relationship with Rob. Yeah, Rob pregame with a lot. Which is also what cost him the game. Is his pregame. Or how he uses pregame in the game. Tony and Sarah would never betray each other. but also like Sarah doesn't benefit from that long term, at least. Like, there's still also this aspect of you having to keep that person in line when it's not in their best interest to be like going with you. Again, my point is just that like it's a bit of a mute point. It doesn't matter. Like, it's like there's positives and negatives. Like, I don't think one is like technically like I don't think one is like fundamentally more difficult than the other, because I think both have their pros and cons. Like, to just give the blanket statement that returning seasons are easier, I think is ridiculous. Like, it's not like, I think it's like there's more proof to the opposite. Yeah, like, you talk to anybody that's been on a returning season, none of those people have enjoyed their time on their returning season, or at least very few. Especially when we're talking about full-blown returning seasons. Like, again, the people that came out of Winners at War were exhausted. People that came out of Game Changers were exhausted. People that came out of Cambodia were exhausted. Like, none of them wanted to play Survivor again immediately afterwards. Where, like, you have, like, Survivor, like, new era Survivor, people come out, like, immediately want to play again. Returning season, there's more factors outside the game, outside of your control in the game. That is 100% true. Because again, like, your pre-game perception like matters so much on a returning season. So like, a lot of that is just completely out of your control, and also like how people interpret you like outside, because like that's also a thing of like whether or not like that's how people perceive you, like doesn't fully matter as much as like how people interpret how people like receive. Because like there's the thing about like looking back at like how like Andrew Savage wanted to target Stephen Fishback for, like, coming into Cambodia, because he read like Stephen Fishback's wiki page where it called him one of the most strategic players of all time or something, and like because that like Andrew Savage was like instantly anti Stephen Fishback the entire season. But yeah, again, like I think it's like there's just so much wonkiness in everything, which like I think there's like more room for wonky in terms of like pregame between a returnee season and a newbie season. Like with newbie seasons, like a lot of those preconceived notions start at the point that you're at Ponderosa, or at least when you're at casting, right? Where like with returnee seasons, those start from like the moment they see you on a show years before you actually end up playing together. Yeah, alright, we should probably move on to The Last of Us. It is very late, so I'll probably do it after this cutscene. I don't know, where do I rank Stephanie Grossa? Better or worse than Amy? Also, better or worse than Jerry? I think that's also debate. Actually, better or worse than Jenna? I think they're all debate. Don't even know. I would say better than Amy. I'll say worse than Jerry. By the way, also, no fucking way I'm finishing this tonight, right? There's like so many people here. Brianna Varela, I would say she's the worst, probably. I don't think there's much potential in Brianna Varela. Daniel De Lorenzo, I think, is Daniel De Lorenzo better than Stephanie Grossa? I'd probably say so, I think. Actually, I don't know. Like, I think there's some credit to give Stephanie for, like, surviving the entire oolonging, but also it's like, how much of that was just physical strength. But still, it's like, yeah, preconceived notions happen, but I'm saying that, like, I think they're at least more in your control on newbie seasons than they are returnee seasons. Where it's like, I think with returnee seasons also, like, a large factor is the edit, too. And, like, how the show chooses to portray you. And that's a lot of how people base their reactions up to you. But again, at the end of the day, like, none of this matters. It doesn't matter. This entire argument's so stupid. Like, none of this matters. Like the entire point is that it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Like they're all the same. Like both of them have the pros and cons. You did not win the draft, but actually, who did win? Gwen won, right? But yeah, I think your entire thing of like that returning seasons are easier because their pregame is like just a ridiculous statement. It's like yes, pregame is like a benefit to a degree, but like it's not even like that's not a factor into much at all. Like it doesn't matter. And that's the thing with like BB22 when people talk about like oh BB22 is ruined by pregame. It's like none of that was pregame. Like pregame didn't matter in BB22. Like the people that pregame the most didn't even utilize their pregame. Like what mattered in BB22 was fucking competitions. Oh, cool. Knocked over my drink, even though there's nothing in it. Did Cody and Nicole not pregame? Probably did. Doesn't matter. Because it's not like they were working together just because they pregame. They were going to work together because they had known each other beforehand anyway. That's the thing that like most people face off against in any returnee season. There's people that are like going to be cast out of their allies, people that are going to be cast out of their enemies. It's like, again, it's all random. It's essentially just like a newbie scene where there's people you're going to get along with, there's people that you aren't. But again, what's the difference between like Cody and Nicole and like Tevin and Hunter, who are like super close from the very beginning, had this like connection from the very beginning? It's like it's pretty much the same thing. Makes you more relaxed, but that's bad if you're more relaxed. If you're more relaxed, that means that you're not playing as aggressively as you should be. That means that you're too complicit in your relationship because of the connection you had beforehand, which I think is more of a negative than a positive. Like, really, I think that's like part of what's happening on BBCAN12. I think that's like part of the issue of like how Anthony and Victoria have not made more active strives to go against each other. Like, I think that's an issue because of their pregame relationship, and I think that's a lot of the reason why they haven't done so. So again, it's like it's a positive and a negative. 11 hours ago, Wentworth said again that she won't come back. Yeah, she's not going to. Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's positives and negatives. But again, like the way you're talking about it is as if it's only a positive. Where like it's not. There's positives and negatives. Again, it matters, but also it matters in the negative sense too. By me saying it doesn't matter essentially means that like there's a positive and a negative that equal each other out. So we're like, who fucking cares? Like at the end of the day, it's like again, there's not. Like, I think there's just too many factors into it to where, like, I don't think you can properly say that this is easier because there's, like, I just think the, like, argument of that it's easier because pregame is just stupid, straight up. Like, I think that's just a ridiculous argument because pregame doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, I don't think you're going to budge anyway. It doesn't really matter. But, like, still, it's like, I just think it's, like, a ridiculous argument to even be making. But, alright, yeah, we're probably going to... I think this is the one I want to override, right? Alright, I'm going to move on to Last of Us. So, again, stream cut out for like 50 seconds. We'll be back. So, yeah, see you then.